Is it what?
No.
Hey, g'day.
Telling me sucks.
Mel said I suck. I had to go and do some family shit. Mel's mum and dad needed a hand, and it just took a lot longer than I thought. So, yeah, I was just helping out Mel's mum and dad. They needed me over there to help out. Kerry Blaze, hey bro, how are you, mate? Good to see you. What? Yeah, bloody oath, mate. Thanks for popping in. Looks like it's just me and you, buddy. Oh, dribble a 4x4. Hey, bro. Thanks for the comment today, mate. I've read your comments, man. Thanks, man. It means a lot to me. It does. It really does, because I'm not thinking it from those point of view, because you're right. We do have an historian that comes over and documents what the force has done, you know, on behalf of Australia. So it'll say this force did this at this particular time, and then any highlights of that deployment that make in history. But you're right, you're not getting the individual soldier on the ground's point of view. And I was talking to my, hey Crazy MC, hey Jack, how are you, bro? Oh, Big O Live Legends 421, hey mate, thanks for popping in. I was watching your video earlier, mate, with the ISIS and that. Geez, they fucking make me laugh, mate. I'm surprised they live as long as they did, bro. When they're doing that full auto, when you see the barrel starting to smoke, every time they do that, you're losing the integrity of the barrel. Like, it can still fire, but you're losing the accuracy of it. Like, even on a machine gun, when we're firing a machine gun, every 200 rounds, we're swapping the barrel out. Barrel, boom, 200 rounds, bang, barrel, because we've got to keep the integrity of the steel. So, what's a good role in ADF for someone with a bit of mental health problems, bro, and just depression? Well, the best thing would be to be a medic. You know what I mean? And learn all about that yourself. Then you can help people within the Corps. Because medics, anyone in the army, doesn't matter what job it is, from cooking food, you know, to whatever you think the most important thing is. Every single person is needed in the Defence Force. Nobody is better than anybody else. No one is lesser than anybody else. Hey Jack, I'm glad, mate. I was thinking about you today, bro, working and that. So hopefully they'll fucking hook you up, and you know, some regular work will come out of this, man. I've got my fingers crossed for you, bro. I'm training to become a vet nurse, bro, to help animals like dogs and that. Oh, geez, that's mate. I take my head off to that. Nothing worse. I just can't hate seeing an animal in distress, and it just pains me so much. Because you know they're innocent, they don't understand what's going on. So, bro, if you get into that, man, I reckon that would be harder than dealing with fucking humans. So that's nice, mate. Been playing Minecraft's new update lately, non-stop, 12 hours. What's the new update? My young, Josh is playing. What's that game Josh is playing? I mean, you get to pick to be the Spartans or the Greece guys, and yeah. I don't know, I'm not too good with the games. But if it doesn't work out, and when I got my mental health better, I might try again with ADF, withdrew my first application. Yeah, mate, you remember, you can join up to 55. And even at 55, retirement age is 70. So even if you join at 55, you can still do enough time to get a long service medal and have a good career. So it's never too late.
Too late for you, my
Random things in my Aussie. G'day, mate. How you going, Cobber?
Oh, fuck's sake, Brent's starting.
Jonathan Gills. Hi, cuzzy, bro. Hey, mate. 100. I know, Jack. I was just looking before. Pretty good, bro. It's awesome. A lot of people been sending me little messages and little comments and that, and it's really been uplifting for me, really, because I've been trapped in this world, in my house, with all this knowledge that I have on all this stuff, and it just, you know what I mean? Like, I just had to be able to talk it and splurt it out. It's helping me too, man. One crazy MC. Yeah, Mel's like now he never shuts up. Nearly 200 subs. Yeah, what do you got? You got 1,500, haven't you, brother? Couldn't even imagine. Best flag out there on your... If you look, there's another one, bro. There's two. That's in my... the first one up, that's in my entrance, and this one up behind me. And then I have one in the center of my bedroom. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I see is the flag. That one's special to me because my last platoon, when I was a recruit instructor, all my recruits signed it. So it's sentimental too. Big blue one. Oh, you talking about one, are ya? We're blue, because we're blue. I'll be starting upload again. Yeah. I'm taking a break, yeah. No, that's cool, man. I tend in the house, I didn't think I'd have anybody. I had to change the lives twice, and for some reason, once I book, just say I'm gonna book a live for 11:45 tonight. Once I go into that live, I can't for some reason get it to go live. So what I've been doing is deleting that, and then if I just go create live, it does it really easy. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the best with the technology. I don't know if he's here, but can we give Woodsy a shout out for being a legend and help me out? Yes, definitely, Jack. Yep, thanks for bringing that to my attention, mate. Of course, Woodsy is a champion, mate. He's a good dude. And the fact that he lined up with his workforce to give Jack a crack, really, and it happened on my live. So Mel and I are just like, this is just fucking, it's awesome, man. It's bringing a lot of people together. It's getting, and Jack's got 4 kids, mate, He's had a bit of a hard start. So I really hope this works out for you, brother. No Aussie flag emoji on YouTube anymore, just a rap. What? What? No Aussie flag on YouTube? What the fuck is that? Oh, that's not cool. Like when you go to all the emojis and the end ones, all the fucking flags, the Aussie flag's not there. They used to be, bro, too. Fuck, I don't understand that. What the fuck, bro? That's the only thing that scares me about becoming a republic. Is that, if we become a republic, which what you really want to be as a country, you want to be a constitutional republic where the people have real rights through the constitution. We are a democracy, and with a democracy, it's sort of a false freedom, really, I think. Jack Dago, where'd you get them from? Is that on your keyboard or your phone or some shit? That's the only Aussie-related emoji I have. The fuck? I'm on an iPad. Oh, fucking Apple. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so, yeah, I had everything planned. I had a pretty slow day, really. I was like, been hanging out with Chain Chain. Fuck, I'm hopeless with people's, their handles and their real names and where they live. Because I'm trying to remember all that, but, yeah. Yeah, I've been hanging out with him. He's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude. Me Live Legends was this morning, weren't we, mate? We were hanging out with fucking, watching him drifting the cars around. Yeah, and then he asked, what did I want to do? And I said, fucking, my missus loves the Shelby Cobra Mustang, and I love Bathurst, so I'm like, bro, Bathurst. And he came first, too. Banana Man. Were you born in Queensland? Banana Bendo. Yeah, mad car bros, yeah. I can't believe how good the game is when he's inside the car and he's showing me how you can rev it up and he's doing a tour of the inside. What the fuck? Last time I played games like full on was Black Ops, the original Black Ops, with the jungle, and I love that. And my son just told me Black Ops 6 is coming out. I might have to have a crack. Okay, so it's PC that doesn't have flags. Weird. Okay. I'll try my iPhone. I'm pretty sure on my I don't have the iPad. I have the Samsung one. What's it called? Galaxy tablet or something. I'm pretty sure it has it on there.
Fuck, you don't know much tonight, do you?
And hey,
I said, fuck, you don't know much tonight, do you?
Mel just saying, "Fuck, you don't know much tonight, do you?" No, it just took me out because I had a really slow day, having a good day, waiting for the live, and then boom, all this stuff just happened. And we're out to go to on the highway, and there's fucking roadworks, isn't there? So I was stuck at roadworks 15 minutes that way and half an hour to some roadworks, bro. What's your favourite Call of Duty? What?
Or the jungle.
Mel's yelling out Nuketown, but I think that's the map.
Jungle.
Jungle was cool. Was that Black Ops? Black Ops is the only one I used to play, mate. I'm thinking it was Black Ops. The one with the jungle, and I can't remember. There's another couple of maps that I really loved. And then they made it weird. And then Fortnite came out, and I didn't really get into that. I don't know. First COD was Modern Warfare on Nintendo DTS. Well, no, I played it on, fuck. I used to play it on the PS3 because I won a PS3 in Dubai. I went in a raffle. And I'm walking around, they're like, "Oh, Chris Gooding won the fucking PS3." I'm like, "You beauty." So I brought a PS3 back. But then I went to Xbox. Oh, fuck, I can't even remember. And then my young fella got the best one. What's the best one? The last one that's been really hard to get? What's it? The 1X or X? I don't fucking know. It's pretty powerful.
It's a tower.
The first proper COD was COD Ghost on Xbox 360. Oh shit, righto. I remember Xbox 360 actually. That was good because we had one that was, I think maybe you could take it to those blokes and they'd chip it or something, and you can get a bunch of free games on it. Apparently, hang on. I missed that. Apparently, Black Ops will be back to how it used to be on 1 and 2. Geez, if it does, I'll get into that, man. I'll have a crack at that. I really liked that. I just don't know what it was about it. I just liked it. Not really into computer games. I don't know. Yeah. I suppose maybe because in the army, when you don't go to a proper firing with the attack dogs, kill streak. Yeah, I remember those. I remember those fucking attack dogs, kill streaks. That was cool. That's right. Used to call all that shit in. That's right. Fuck, it's been a long time, bro. I like less cartoony CODs, bro. These days the skins are so crazy it doesn't feel real. There's like real crazy colours and you know, like, yeah, I remember that. Trying to get a certain amount to get the skins. I used to like Domination. That was what I used to play, the Dominant, where you go to the end and you protect the flag or you try and dominate a flag. Because I noticed you get the most points for that. COD W2 was good. The flaming fire shotgun shells in the trenches. I don't know if I saw that one, man. But that would have been crazy. I got a message from Andrew Kirby. Do you remember that guy, that pedo, did like a podcast outdoors in the rain there at a shelter at a park, and I think he's just done one that Luke Irwin who did with Pato. He messaged me today, and it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming what he messaged me, man. It was awesome. He said he's going to start getting his channel up too. You get to storm Normandy. Name a car for an edit. I'm Aussie. Name a car for an edit. What does that mean? Always a sucker of the VNSS. Me and Mel bought a VNSS and we did it up, straight and rebuilt the gearbox at Billet Transmissions. Got a stall converter in it. It was painted citric acid. Yeah, I used to do a lot of burnouts and that. See, I wasn't always a good dude. One time, when I was leaving Kapuka, the main gates where all the recruits come into when you're going to join Kapuka, the main gates you come into, it's called Home of the Soldier. The last day that we're there, I reversed right down to the gate and just left black strips the whole way up that road, all the way to the entrance to the highway, which is like 800 metres or something. And my mate went there a few years after me. He's like, "Goody, Chris, fucking, your burnout's still there on the road, mate." VNSS worth more now than mate. I know, I'm spewing. And then I got rid of that, and then we got a VTSS with the manual, because I wanted to try manual, but that was shit. It was a nice car, it sounded sick and that, but with the manual, I find when you give it to her, I used to get that axle tramp. Man, no good. I like the VS. Yeah, the VS was real nice. Well, I was in one area when the VSSs came out brand new, and a couple of boys went and bought them straight off the showroom floor, mate. I remember they were black with the red, you know, message retracted. What did you write? Rachel Gelly. Question mark. Hello. How are you? We're Aussie. The flag, boy. 12 in the house. So I didn't think anyone would come in. I was like an hour and a half late, and then I tried to update it and said I should be back by here, and then I'm on the highway and I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh shit, I fucked that as well. 5.7 or the 5 litre. Well, I always was a fan of the 308 back in the day, but the VN and the VS had the 304. The 304, and you could stroke that with a 383 stroker. Well, I think it took it to 5.7 litres. But I like the 304. I like the 304 worked, stroked a bit with a nice fucking, with a nice, oh, what do I have on the top of the head? Oh, fuck. It didn't have a turbo blower, it was just cold air induction. I can't really remember. I'm not much mechanically minded. Like, I'm the guy that sends a car to the shop and I want this, this, and this, and then I just pick it up, you know. Where in Australia am I? I am on the Fraser Coast. How many Afghans you killed, champ? Mate, we didn't kill any Afghans. We killed terrorists, extremist terrorists. I mean, as a fighting force, fucking thousands of them. Mate, in the end, they were recruiting from Qatar, Saudi Arabia. They were trying to get ISIS to come and reinforce into Afghan. Yeah, mate, it was getting pretty crazy. Like the Taliban were going around into villages, and like the non-combatants, the people that weren't for us and weren't for them, they just wanted to fucking just live and get there. They started coming around their house when we weren't there in the middle of the night and shoving guns in their mouths, saying, "This is what you're going to do now. You're going to fucking grab this gun, and this is what you're going to do now." So that's pretty good. You go for Ukraine. What's that? You go for Ukraine versus Palestine. No. I don't go for any of the wars. Ukraine and Russia should stop. Those guys fighting each other 30 years ago would have been fighting side by side. It's fucking ridiculous. That's a stupid war. The UN need to back the fuck up. America needs to stop sending weapons to Ukraine. That needs to stop right now. We've nearly killed a whole generation of young Russians and Ukrainian men. It doesn't need to happen. And Palestine, mate, they're Hamas. Hamas run Palestine. They use human shields. I've been Afghan twice in Iraq. They use humans as shields. They do that. They're fucking cowards. Because they know we've got the Geneva Convention. Oh, if we put them under a school, they're not going to blow a school up. So we'll put it under there because they know that we can't fire at a school. Or they'll put it under a hospital because we can't fire. So it's Hamas that I have dramas with, the extremists. They need to be gone. But unfortunately, that 2 million population there has been scarred by Hamas, okay? I'm not for Israel, I'm not a Jew or anything. I just don't want to see war. And I just think what they did to the Jews want to live in peace. They don't want to fight anyone. But all these Muslims keep pushing it onto them, so what do you do? What do you do? You know what I mean?
And they fucking started it.
You know, and at the end of the day, you've got to remember Israel, and I'm not a contender for Israel at all. All I am is an Australian. I fucking fight and love for Australia. That's me. You know what I mean? And if you ask me to come and help you because you need a hand, like we did in other countries, then we'll be there to help. That's what we do. You know, that's what Australians are known for. We don't go in and wreck. We go in and enhance lives and try and save people. That's what we do. Remember the saying, Australia's soldier doesn't do what he does because he hates the man in front. We do it because we love the people behind us, okay? So I hope it all stops. I hope they can come to peace in Palestine. I really do. But Israel gave the Palestinians in 2004, they pulled every Jew out of Palestine and Gaza and said, this is yours. You know? And then Trump said to Iran, if you don't build nuclear weapons, you can live as a country. If you do, we're coming after you. And then Biden got in and went, oh, no, we better compensate you. We'll give you $6 billion, you know, so you don't build nuclear weapons. So Iran gives that to Hezbollah and Hamas, and they build tunnels to invade Israel. And this is just facts. This is not me fucking... Yeah, correct on that. Racism. Hey Chris, how you doing? Hey Matt, yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I've had a bit of a fucking how's your father evening, but I had a good day, bro. The 304 is injected, the 308 is carby. No, it is, mate, it is. Because you had the bunch of bananas, that's right. I had a different intake on there, a different head intake. I can't remember. Oh, my old man bought a brand new VTSS in '99. I had that one in blue colour from memory. It was 40k. He offered it to me for free when I was 16 for my learners, and I stupidly didn't want it. I'm surprised you could drive a V8 on your learners. In Queensland, I think you can't until you're on your open, I think. Oh well, think of the fuel you saved, and you would have been a young man. You probably would have wrapped it around a pole. I mean, when I was 19, all right, Mike, I shouldn't be here. All right, Mike, I drove off a bridge, but I was flogging down from Townsville. I was on leave. I just been given leave, and I was trying to get to Toowoomba in one night, right? And I fell asleep near Mackay and just drove straight off the fucking highway, and it was a bridge. I went down and landed in like upside in the fucking creek system, like 40, 50 metres down into a ravine, and water was starting to come in. And I woke up to a truck driver tapping me on the, going, bro, I just seen you drive straight off the road. Are you all right? And my right leg was underneath the front seat of the car, sticking back. It was dislocated, and it was bleeding. And he's like, oh, bro, I think you fucking cut your leg off, mate. He goes, I've rang an ambulance, I've got to go. And just leaves me in this fucking car accident. I was 19. And I'm like, oh, fucking leg's not fucking blown off, cut off. I can fucking wiggle my toes? And he's like, oh, that's what people say when they can't feel it. I'm like, what? What the fuck? So I just got this adrenaline because I was so angry at the cunt. Oh, and I've been giving my money, my leave money, and it's in the ashtray, $700. That was gone. I wanted to get in the way. He's done. This cunt's unconscious, stole my money, woke me up, and legged it. So I pulled myself out of the car, and as I did that, my knee went crack and swelled instantly. And I crawled up onto the highway, and I sort of sat on the highway. I was fucked. Like, I had a big mark here. The steering wheel was bent. I smashed the windscreen with my head. Yeah, I went off 110 k's an hour off a bridge. I shouldn't be here to live, mate. I shouldn't be here to tell you a story. And Mel, when she was, were you 20?
Yep.
Mel was 20, and she was driving a van with a trailer with an XD Falcon drag car, because Mel was into drag cars back then. And she was driving from Darwin to Perth, and she got to Halls Creek, and she rolled her car. We both shouldn't be here, really. So he sold it for 8k. Can't stream for a week now. Why is that, mate? Personally love the Carby 5 litre sound. Bro, like SLR 5000, that 1977, the Toronto hatchback, that's a sick car. Remember that hatchback with no rear doors? I used to love that thing, man. I mean, all the Torontos are pretty sick, but the SLR 5000. But when they got to the HSVs, like the Club Sports and the GT and the Grange, that was a bit gay, I thought. But, the Club Sport, I didn't mind that. A red SS Club Sport. Fucking oath, Chris. Adam, have I missed any? Personal love, yeah. Okay. Adam, what were you thinking? Bet you think about that all the time. What's that? Adam, I don't know. Same story over there too. Both sides killing innocents. It is, mate. No war's good, bro. Not like that. Hamas are a resistance. Hamas are fucking cancer. They're not human, mate. They're not. How can you use your own people, your own citizens, children, as human shields? How? You should be protecting those people. Women and children are the first people you protect. They should be taking them and fucking getting them out of there, and then fighting like real men. Get up and fight. If you want to fight, fight. Stop fucking using women and children. I'm sorry, I don't want to get angry. Civilian casualties must be avoided at all costs. Yeah, bro, of course. But sometimes, people go on, like I said, about the fucking, about Hitler and the Germans killing 6 million Jews. But America, Australia, Britain, and Russia killed nearly 13 million innocent Germans in Berlin. Berlin got levelled. It wasn't their fault. They were just listening to their dictator. They didn't know any better. Just imagine you being 1939, 1940, and you got this dictator at the front. He's so passionate about his country, about what he wants to achieve for the world. You look to him as leadership, and he's making moves around the world. You know what I mean? You can't blame the German on the ground there. for believing in that, because they had no other, they didn't know. And I've seen Germans overseas and they still sort of kick themselves and they're not proud to be German. I'm like, wasn't you going Hail Hitler, you know? I would have thought you would have a better intel. What do you mean, mate? What do you mean better intel? Hamas are a resistance. What do you mean, Bluey Giller? I would have better intel than that. You kind of look like baby Jesus grew up and was listed on Temu. Oh, cheers, mate. On the old plates, drive anything red, P, restricted to power to weight, New South Wales. I know, New South Wales is shit.
Yeah.
When I lived down there, I had to put my fucking car over the pits every year. To go with that, that sucked.
They used to measure it, remember?
Yeah, I used to get hassled all the time too. Store converter. So I was at the lights and you nearly get up to 60. Like, it was fucking sick, man. YouTube said I was promoting glorifying. What? ISIS is done. How can you do that? ISIS is done. Mate, that's anything America did. When those guys started chopping people's heads off on TV, 6 months they were done. Like even the Taliban, Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, Hezbollah will pull them back going, stop fucking cutting people's heads off on TV, bro. You know, they're gonna nuke us. Can't be doing that shit. And if you listen to all the people that were fucking cutting heads off, they were English from England. Joke. Just sick men that want to go over and be evil, mate. I don't understand. Manifestation of evil. You're just taking orders, true, bro. Do you know what Israel do in the West Bank while knocking doors? They'll put a Palestinian in front of a soldier for the door knock to take first shot. That's a human shield. Where do you get your intel from, Bluey Giller? Yeah, national propaganda. Thanks for the views, Blueys and Bobs. What's happening, brother? Straight jacket. Hey, mate. I was a bit late tonight. I had a bit of family stuff pop up. Mel's mum and dad needed my help, so I had to be there for them straight up. But I had a real calm, cool day, and then it went fucking up million. And then I got home, I was just sort of nearly 10 o'clock, and Jack just texted me and says, you know, you're still going to go? And he's like, and I said, yeah, I'll fucking come on, see he wants to hang for a little bit, you know. I can show you the videos, mate. Okay, I'm not saying that you don't, but you've got to think, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Why are Muslims even in Israel? Why are they even there? You know what I mean? Why are they even there? Every single Muslim that comes there, they come from Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Syria. Most, you know, like 7, 8 generations back. Whereas the Jews have been there 2,500 years. And they've been just getting picked on and picked on. I don't even care. I don't give a fuck about the Middle East. I just give a fuck about Australia and wherever Australia sends me and the people that are there that I can help. I don't care.
Can you please find us in there?
Find us? What do you mean?
On the YouTube point.
What, that I'm on?
Yeah.
Hang on a sec, guys. I'm just getting it up on Mel's phone. Fuck, I didn't even know how to bring it up. Is that it? Is that it? I don't know. I'm just trying to get it on Mel's phone. So weird, eh? How hard it can be sometimes. Alright, I got it. Sorry. Technology's not my forte. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, hang on. This isn't a religious thing. This is started late 90s from the Zionist movement. 1890. Bluey, I think he might have seen more than the most when it comes to over there, but anyway. I haven't been to Israel, you know what I mean? Been to Jordan. I just know what they're like. I just know what, like, Muslims, those extremist Muslims, man. I don't even want to get into that. I don't want to get into it. It's because people won't be upset with what I think sometimes. I don't want to piss anyone off. Palestinian and ancient Israelites are cousins, not the European. Okay. Yep.
Everyone's entitled to their shit.
Yeah, but then what if I move to Israel and I move to Tel Aviv and then I have children in Tel Aviv? Are those kids Jewish? Are they Arabs? Or are they Gentiles? Slade Dean. Hi. G'day, mate. Heard of the Canaanites? Yeah, the Canaanites, they used to sacrifice their brand new babies, mate, on heated up steel hands and get the baby onto these hands and play these instruments so loud so they couldn't hear the baby screaming while it's frying to death. I know the Canaanites, bro. Blood for blood. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about what's going on in Israel and the Middle East because it's, depending on how you look at it and where you're from and what your opinions clash and, there's no point. I mean, all I think is I wish there's peace. I just want them to live in peace, but I just know the Muslims won't let that happen. They just won't let it happen. I mean, why are Muslims even in Jerusalem? Because Muhammad flew from Mecca on a dragon to Jerusalem? Come on, bro. Muhammad's evil, man. Muhammad's an evil person. I mean, he married Aisha at 6 and had sex with her at 9. It's in the Quran. And that's okay. That's okay. But they say, oh, it was a different time. When in time is it okay to have sex with a 9-year-old kid, whether you're a fucking caveman or not? When is that okay?
Check your comments.
What do you mean?
Change the subject.
Huh?
Check your comments, just change the subject.
What was the best memories you have of a training? Yeah, it's full on. What's the memories you have of a training exercises? The best memories? The training exercise, Showerwater Bay, 2004, I think, 2004. So you agree on the illegal settlements and the blockade? I don't agree on anything, mate. I just want peace there, but I just know the extremist Muslims, not the Muslims in general, but the extremists, the true believers, the one that want to cut Jews and Christians' heads off because the Quran says they will take your place in hell. Those people need to go. The poor Muslims in between, so, yeah. What was one of the best, many topics we could talk about? Yeah, fucking oath, bro. That's it. It's never okay. Oh, Jack's taking care of it anyway. Hey, Drop! G'day, Chris and Mel. Hello, everyone in the chat. Thanks for popping in, Drop. I appreciate it, man. Man, fuck Blue Gilly off, bro. With a fucking phone.
I was about to throw his ass.
Shut the fuck up, mate. Hey, Drop. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having a rant. It's been a fucking bit of a prick of a night, but yeah. So my best training is back to Jack's question because I liked it. That's a good one, bro. Okay, so Showerwater Bay. Okay, we've got Marines, we've got Brits, we've got the New Zealand infantry, we've got Gurkhas, we had Canadians. I believe we had Filipinos, some South Koreans. Oh, who else was involved? It's multi-coalition. It was huge coalition. And we have this big war game in Showerwater Bay. Showerwater Bay is the biggest trading area in the world. And it has top-tier jungle, has beaches, has islands, has open country, close country. It's fucking unbelievable. You can jets can drop bombs, ships can fire, artillery, warthogs. So any weapon system that you have, you can use in this training area, right? What's it say? Haha. I was waiting for... I'll kick him on site next time, bro, if you want to help me manage in the chat. There you go, mate. Bang. Done big O, sorted. Out of the stream, I mean, yep. Having trouble with live sheep export. My job depends on work makes feed pellets for the ships over in here. Having trouble with the live sheep export. My job depends on my work makes feed pellets for the ships over here. Oh, dude. Yeah, because that's what Australia was brought up on. Sheep, cattle, you don't think? We have the biggest amount of camels, and they're Afghan camels, because Burke and Wills and all those crazy guys that wanted to walk around Australia back in the day, they brought over Afghan camels. And so they've just gone crazy in the desert, so we can... Anyway, but yeah, man, I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. Send Bluey to Caterpillar. Matt, get him against the wall. He can start munching ass. DW, bro, I will be if he starts again. Oh, fucking mate, don't even start him, you can't. Cheers, Dad. Just us. I was 2 sets from strolling that dude. Is that you, babe?
Yep.
How come it's you? How'd you make it go yellow? It's come up yellow.
I'm good.
You are God, fuck, mate. Mel was seeing me get upset. I think she's like, give me the. That's why she was giving me the phone. Live Sheep Export ban is about union jobs. Oh no. Hi Mel, Matt just yelled out. Hi Mel. Yeah, I had 3 trolls in chat last night. Oh, I don't care. They can't offend me or anything, but just when they just like, you know, their point of view is the point of view. You're like, anyway. Did you ever see any Afghan cannabis crops? Afghans grow killer weed. They do, bro. They grow poppies too. I never saw it in Afghanistan, but I saw the effects of some of the teenagers and the young fighting men dealing with their fucking hell using all sorts of substances. But what I did see was massive crops in Bougainville. And Bougainville's up Papua New Guinea, and the east of Papua New Guinea, it's an island, it's tropical, and it just grows beautiful, big purple head. They're not even trying. Buds like this. They were trying to come up to us with these big chunky buds, mate, and trying to stop us for a can of Coke. But, you know, obviously we couldn't. I wanted to, but I'm a professional, man. I'm not taking nothing. Did you ever see? No. They got a bit reaction from me, just got ignored. Yeah, bro. I don't care. Yeah, no, man. I'll just block them or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not putting up with this shit, mate. Like, don't come and argue with me. I'm happy to discuss a different point of view, but if we get to the point where we can't agree, we just can't agree. That's cool, we can. Because there's going to be 10 other things that we will agree on, right? I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I know, man. Just wind you up. Not worth it. I was, mate, because I've seen what these pricks do. You know what I mean? I've seen them. You don't understand. They're evil. They're fucking evil. And they get on TV and they lie. That wolf with Tourette's. It's you. Hi again. Hey, mate. Hey, that wolf with Tourette's. That's a cool name. T-Matt. Hey, buddy. I was fucking drifting with him this morning. He was having a great time in the snow, going around. He went around Bathurst with me. It's in that one, and that was sick. Chain. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for popping in. You're awesome, mate. You're awesome. And I will take you up on whatever advice you got on writing too, mate. I do read though. I read like I've got my papers of Sommard, 18 Hours, Long Tan. I've nearly read about all Australia's military history. OG Shaggy Matt had a mate that did East Timor after Indo, had to deal with the militia and had to document the mass burials still. Yeah, bro. East Timor was bad in the start because what happened, West Timorese communism trying to take over the East Timorese democracy. But we're the people in their area, so who's got to go and help them out when East Timor goes, can somebody please help? We can't help ourselves. Bang, we're straight there. The Australians went there. And then as the Timorese, West Timorese didn't want to fight the Australians because we're a bunch of fucking killers and they're going to be done. They started withdrawing out, and as they're doing it, they were killing the villages and filling the water wells up with bodies. So by the time the boys got there, most of the water wells were full of bodies of the villagers, man. So I understand exactly what he's going through, bro. You sound British, mate. Relax. You sound American, mate. Relax. 100%, yeah. So back to what Jack asked me. So we're at Shellwater Bay, right? In 2004. And we're having this massive war game. It's fucking cool. You have full umpires and shit, you know, like he's like, your leg's been blowing off, that tank's blowing up, fucking you're dead, this, that. So the medics come in, and it's a proper war game, right? And he's taken, and we have a real enemy. We have a brigade, like the whole of Darwin, 6,000 soldiers put on enemy cams, man, and we have a full battle, right? Read Robert G. Barrett, bro. He has I know Robert G. Barrett, bro. Yeah, big redhead, mate. Punching on with the Kiwis because they're playing the guitars too late. Much love, brother. You're most welcome. Thanks, Matt. It's cool seeing you playing that game too. I had it up on my screen, and the way you can take me through the car and rev the engine and shit, fucking sick, mate. Subbed you, mate. You have a good night. Oh, cheers, OG. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks, mate. Where are you from? Before you pop off, where are you from, mate? Appreciate it. Yeah, that's him. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, so we're in Shelter Bay. And this is the first time since, I think, maybe Korea or early Vietnam, that the naval is going to do a coordinated attack with ground forces on the ground, right? So this is huge, right? And I'm in mortars. I was shooting 81 millimeter mortars at this particular time. And so we've got mortars set up. We've got artillery doing this big thing. And there's this island called Townsend Island, right? And that's what we aim at. It's just a big bunch of North New South Wales. Oh, yeah. Are you near, like, Killarney? Where else? What's the other little city there on the border that we go to, babe, near White Swamp? Killarney, Warwick. I go over the New South Wales border, and there's that Kirrilly forest. That's where I go. My favourite camping spot, bro. Love it there. I go ride bikes, shoot guns. Back out your Jack and Oz legend. Yeah, man. Near Lismore. Mel, you were born in Lismore, weren't you, babe?
Don't tell them that.
Mel was born in Lismore. She knows Lismore. Ballina. Yeah, I've been to Ballina. One of my ex-mates, he used to live there. Fucking, he's a dickhead, but ex-Darwin. Oof. I've never lived in Darwin. I've done plenty. I've just passed through, you know.
I have.
Mel lived in Darwin. She lived in there for a bit.
I live in Jingly and Nightcliff.
Jingly and Nightcliff, she did. Big respect, bro. Mad gaming streams. Yeah. Queen Lindy, you go for Broncos or Brand Panthers Australian? No, I'll go for Townsville Cowboys. I was up in Townsville when they made their side in 1995. I was there for their very first game. I was there 2005. They got the grand final and lost, and then we finally got the grand final in 2015. Pussy. Cool cars. Yeah, so. Sorry, I'm dragging this story out, but I just don't want to miss any of the comments. The other week, Jack was messaging me going, bro, you're so far behind. I was like, cool cars. Yeah, so anyway, so we're there, right? And then we call it H hour, right? When everybody sitting there and we're waiting, what gives us... Someone mentioned me in the comment. Nightcliff was the last place I lived before heading south. Shit, Nightcliff was the last place I lived before heading south, Mum.
I saw a clock walking to the pub.
Mel said she saw a croc walk up around the pub.
Into the pub.
Into the pub. Just ignore my comments, bro. It's nothing important. No, you're right, mate. Everything's important. If you're going to write it for a reason, for footy team you go for, better be Tigers. AFL. I don't do AFL, but if I was going to do AFL, the Melbourne Demons. What's up, Cobber? I'm just... Oh, shit. What have I done? Not much, Cobber. Just hanging, bro. Sis? Nah, don't stress, bro. I'll let you know if you get behind. Panthers. Nah, I don't like Panthers. But, I mean, Nathan Cleary, he's a fucking good halfback, eh? Anything better than Canberra Raiders. I know, I like how they start doing that fucking Viking clap, eh? I like that. If you get that right, man, that's sick. Thanks, Oz. Me and the brother Kane Loska can steer, brother. We are working on making it viewer-friendly. Yeah, I was at the shop and I just popped in, I saw you, and I think you were doing donuts around some guys as they were drifting, Matt. Little sponge. Boo! Shit. I have to leave the chat to go. No worries. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. It's great. I was like an hour and a half late or an hour late tonight, so the fact that you popped in to say good day, it's getting late. I appreciate it. It's cool. Straight jacket. Parrot Panthers! My cousin's full bulldogs. He's got it tattooed all over him. He's crazy. Fuck the dogs. What do you do for work? I drive trains. I don't, mate. I'm retired, bro. I'm retired. I own my own house, my land, everything. I'm good, bro. I just try and live the best life I can. Try and spend as much time as I can with the family for all the time that I spend away from them. 4 in a row coming up. The lime flavoured milk wasn't. See ya, Queen Lindy. Later, legend. See ya, brother. Canberra Raiders, lime. Fair enough. Though I always liked Ricky Stewart. He was tough. Might be too. I might be showing my age there. You guys probably were too young when Ricky Stewart was playing. Man, he was a good halfback, bro. And he was always loyal to Canberra. I really like to see Canberra win for him. I met Boris Kappa, man. Bro. Those shorts, eh? And you've earned it tenfold, Chris. Oh, what's that, Matt? What have I earned? I might be missing something. But I appreciate it, brother. And the Canberra show. I mean, and Canberra has, the only thing I haven't been to is the Summer Nats. I mean, that's every bogan, every Aussie house's dream, really, isn't it, to get to the Summer Nats? Even more so to put a burnout car. Retirement and the best life. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, man. Oh, well, you know, plus you've got to be smart with your money, and it's a bunch of stuff. I met Neville Bartos.
Oh, really?
Like this. Remember Jimmy? He's like, it's a bit early in the morning for kung fu, isn't it, Jimmy? Some of that's his shit now, but yeah. Well, best pop off. Got an early morning, 4 a.m. start working. Have a nice time. I'll be back with it. Oh, thanks, mate. That wolf with Tourette's. No worries. Have a good kip, mate. 4 a.m. start. A Saturday. Oh, that's nasty. Poor bugger. Got to get after it, but he's a Summer Nats fan. Summer Nats definitely on my bucket. Yeah, me too, man. I've got to go. I want to go there, eh? I just want to go to the burnout comp. That's what. You know, anything where there's wheels rotating. So, like, I like to go to Wawa, the drifting in the paddocks. I just love burnouts, man. I have an obsession with fucking black rubber and white smoke. Like, every car, I just love it. Keithy's done himself a mischief, yeah. I'm not the one on the floor bleeding now, am I, Keithy? Haha, True Jack saw some crazy fights there online. True. Chopper, now look at your mum's up. Yeah, now look what you've done. Your mum's upset. Like, as he's bouncing his fucking head. Crazy. Chopper had my ex-missus and her sister's name on his arm. True story. Her mum was his pen pal for years while he's... Oh, true. Because heaps of people used to write letters to him and that and go to Bojangles and pose and shit and that. You know, he was a bit of a... I don't know how people get... You know, they get attracted to that type of... I mean, he was just a fucking psychopath. I mean, he was a psychopath. I wonder if it's true, like he never did drugs, because he always used to sort of stand high on the fact that he's coming through the drug dealer's door because he wants to take the drugs away from them because he hates drugs, and I may as well take their money because it's, you know, it's mine. I mean, but, yeah, I don't know. Old Chop. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Kyle, what was that, Matt? What would you write? Kylie and Tanya. Oh, that's the names that were tattooed on him. Oh, true. That's Topaz chain, Matt, yeah. Chris, I need to send you some vids of my skids. Yeah, bro, I love it. I do. Mate, I look at myself as like, not a houso bogan, but not a real cashed up bogan, but like a cashed up bogan, you know, like. Yeah, I've got a couple of cars, a couple of bikes, you know, but I still just like burnouts and drifting. Like, I've got the forestry out here. I can't help myself. As soon as I'm out there, I'm fucking sideways around the corners, loving life. I've got the way, because I'm a dirt road, as you see, I come down, there's a certain way, there's like, where the rains come, there's a gutter, so I've sort of got to come around every time, mate. Big handbrakey, second gear, what? But it's all good fun. I never do it when, you know, when other cars are around or when it's dangerous to anybody else, though. He wanted to bump off Uncle Paul to marry her. True. True. What a crack. That's not your unk that made that coffee this morning, is it, Matt? That's crazy if it is. Classic. Never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn. That's right. You just don't know with that lad, eh? Queen Lindy. Average. I'm average? I don't know. But Yeah, so anyway, back to Jack's story because it's a good one. We're on this island, you know, there's thousands of soldiers and airmen and sailors, and we're talking. This is a big gig. Just to organise it would have been fucking crazy, man, because we had so many working parts and moving parts and live firing going on. It would have been crazy to make sure nobody got hurt. But on those type of exercises, people always die. That's the unfortunate thing about being soldiers, is that even in training we lose soldiers. Not every time, but most times. And it's like usually heat illness. One or twice it's been deadly snakes that they just, like I said, if you get bit by a fucking taipan, you're going to survive if you're with me. But you might lose your limb, because I'm going to put a tourniquet on that so fucking tight, bro. We'll keep that poison in the limb. You'll have it off. But you'll be surviving, right? And then you just need to get some money, go to New York, Boston Dynamics. You'll have a better leg than the one you had. No, my mate's dad, I was dating his sister. Oh, true. She was 27. I was 19. Jig.
I made Josie's favourite.
Oh, you're the best, Mum. When you said she was 27, I was 19, it reminds me of that thing Joe Biden does, and he's doing that speak, and he goes, hey, that girl there, she was 12. I was 32. What the fuck? Doing, bro, fell asleep, but I'm up now and raised like a bull, brother. What's happening? Hey, Woodsy, just want to shout out, mate. Woodsy helped out Jack Dagger today. Yeah, he took him to work with him and got his bosses to give him a crack. So we really appreciate that, Woodsy, mate. That's stand up. Fucking love that. And it happened on a live like this, so that's just fucking awesome. That made me feel good. Hopefully your bosses will give him some more work, bro, and that just works out awesome, bro. So thanks for that, Woodsy, for helping out Jack. I appreciate it, mate. I was thinking about him today. I was sending him little messages here and there. Smashing ability, yeah, hit it hard, bro. Reckon Kamala Harris will be the next prezi? No. Hell no. Hell no. She is so dumb. She's so dumb. Her only job as the vice president, Joe Biden gave her 3.5 years ago. The vice president will take care of the border. 10.5 million people later. Jack Dagger, love Australia. What? Big Love Legend 521. What? With your eyes? Yeah. Fuck it, I might. I don't usually do it, but I'm gonna do allegedly. No worries, bro. Yeah, he did well, and we'll be back. He killed it. Oh, that's fucking great. Isn't that just great? That's just great. It looks like that Jack might get a job out of this, bro. Oh, mate, that's so good, Woody. Awesome. And it's good too. I mean, he's gonna, come close too. So what's it go? Do you do interstate moves, or is it just local, or how's that all going, Woodsy? And what the company you're with, mate? But that's great, man. Between you two working that out, that's sick. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. See? Fuck yes, that's great. Like, Catherine McKay, I'm surprised she's not here. Catherine's usually, first one in. I mean, she said she fell asleep without needing her meds because she was listening to us in the background and she just felt she could relate to the pain. I mean, wow. Great. A few fellas were or are streaming. Are there a few people streaming tonight, are there? I was out and about when Hookstagram had his, and I think he'd just finished it half an hour and I saw it pop up. Hey, Catherine's there! I was just talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. I think I saw your name in Mel's Messenger on Facebook. We do it all. And a lot of defence moves. Yeah, the defence moves, yeah. I mean, like I said, I used to respect the removalists, bro. And I used to see the other army guy that would just sit there and do nothing there, and the missus would just do nothing. Even though, I suppose they're entitled to do that, but, just being a normal dude, how the fuck can you do that? I'd always help. And if the guy would be like, don't worry about, moving this and that, and then I'll throw a carton of piss on the, ground and just fucking a few cold beers with them. Actually, one time, I was in Perth, I thought I'd just try it. I went up to the driver of the removals truck and I said, "Oi, bro, you got any green? I just wouldn't mind having a little smoke, for a change up." The dude had like half an oz and just threw it to me, mate. And he goes, "Yeah, because I've been feeding him beers all day, so you never know, mate. I'm always here." Hey, Catherine. That's awesome. Yes, we finally got connected. Hi, Mel. Oh, Mel's done a runner. She's at the back. But she'll probably be watching this, I'm pretty sure. She was getting on there because that other dude was getting me a bit fucking riled up and she's telling me to get... Yes, think. First Hookster, then Jamaica, maybe myself, Wild Bull Bar, and yourself. Oh, we all on right now, are we? Oh, crap. I just wanted to get on and have a chat. I haven't done anything since Pato's podcast. I've just been getting a lot of, like, mixed things coming in.
My new mate, Ahmed.
What's that?
My new mate, Ahmed.
Ahmed?
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Oh, the dude that you've been giving shit about, Harry, Prince Harry.
No, he's a nice one. He's scared of fish.
Oh, that dude, where you're doing the fish jokes.
Yeah, it's Afghanistan. He's from Afghanistan.
Fucking, I'm still fucking, I can't shake this fucking sickness either. Just in my head now. Don't stress, only you and Spud streaming it in the mo. Okay. Yeah, it's good. I was worried that nobody would come in. It's 11, but I thought it's Friday night too. Most people don't have to work, except for the bloody companies, fortune, removals and storage. Okay, I never did with those. Fuck, sorry to hear that, Chris. You're addictive to listen to, mate. Am I? I don't know. I suppose, you know what really made me be able to communicate better and articulate what I want to get across was, like I said, out of my 22 years, if you asked me if you could do only 2 years of that 22 years, the best, worst, whatever, what would you pick? And ladies and gentlemen, it would be 2007 and 2008 when I was a recruit instructor. And I went to the home of the soldier, the first recruit training battalion in Wagga Wagga to teach young men and women how to become soldiers. I loved that job. And because of I'm not trying to brag here, I'm just telling you the situation.
You're bragging.
Mel said, "No, you're not, you're bragging." Yeah. Just got over viral pneumonia. Oh, fuck. No, I don't want it to go down to my chest. 12 days coughing blood. Whoa, shit. That's no good, bro. Boy's only just coming back. Lost like 20 kilos. Oh, wow. That's not a bad thing. If you're 20 kilos overweight. Need to gym again. Start with walks, bro. 2 liters of water and just start with walks. That's what I was trying. And then, when you get to a power pole, 5 push-ups. And then when you see a street sign, 5 push-ups. Just to get you going again, just get you don't want to get straight into it, but a good walk. That's what I was trying to say today, Woodsy pneumonia. Claps at the shops, bro. Oh, yeah, that's no good. True, Jack, got ya. But yeah, getting better. Cheers, bro. No, that's good. That's good, bro. Yeah, so my 2 years, the best 2 years would be as a recruit instructor. That was so rewarding. It was so rewarding. Me parting with all my knowledge onto these young guys. I mean, most of them were between, I had like maybe 2 17-year-olds, and that was shit because the 17-year-olds you've got to babysit because they can't smoke, they can't drink, there's a lot of things you can't do, and they don't have their parent or their next of kin there, so you become that while they're 17. But yeah, getting better. Cheers, bro. Lost too much blood through the nose, got a deviated septum too. What's that from punching on? I started going dizzy, lost a shit ton of blood. Yeah, fuck yeah, no good, mate. Yeah, once you start leaving over 700 milligrams in one hit, you will start to get a bit dizzy. Had like 3 blood noses a day. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is though, blood when it hits the ground, a lot of it can be only a little bit. People get scared when they see their own blood. It's crazy. Freak out. Like I've seen people freak out when they've seen their own like bleeding, and you're like, settle down. It's just a fucking half a litre. In sleep too. You wake up with a blood nose in your sleep. Yeah, that's no good, bro. Oh, man, all I can say is I feel for you. I don't know what to say. I'm not a real good medic. Okay, so 2 years recruit instructor. Do you know why? Do you know why that was so rewarding for me? Because my career advisor, because when you become a soldier, you have a career, they're called schema, and they're people that your career, like you got, what's your 5-year goal? Where do you see yourself as a soldier in 5 years? What promotion courses do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What unit do you want to do? You know? And depending on how good a soldier you are, it's just like school. The army is an extension of school. You get a report card, and you get compare it with your mates, and whoever gets like the best mates gets offered the best to step up their career. You know what I mean? You knock off at Thursday lunchtimes to go and play sport, just like you did at school. You got to be somewhere at 7:30 in a uniform to get your name marked off the roll. You know? And then you have and it's every 45 minutes you're entitled to a 10-minute smoke break. It's fucking crazy, mate. It's an extension of school. It really is. And that's why people like it, because it brings that routine and that easy discipline that they're familiar with already. Was there anyone in particular you trained in the army that really stood out to you in a good way or a bad way? Oh, yes, Jack, most definitely. One that comes to my mind is this young girl I had. All right? Her name was Rebecca Jones. I'll never forget her because she's one of the toughest people I've ever seen. This young girl, okay, once you've done your 90 days, the last week is called the challenge. And everything you've learned as a soldier, I test you for 6 days straight. I sleep deprive you. I don't deprive you of water. I deprive you of food. And you're really tired. I'm making you do really, really, really hard. Not only mentally capacity, where you got to think of picket times and do a bit of math, but you also have got to apply all your, like looking over your arcs of fire, making sure this is all this stuff you'd learn as a soldier. 6 days, right? Was it? Do I need to go to Duntroon ADFA to do logistics? No, bro. No, Duntroon ADFA is if you want to be an officer. If you go to ADFA, that's university. That's the army paying you to go to ADFA is the Australian Defence Force Academy. So that's where you go to get a degree. You can go become a doctor or a fucking Bachelor of Arts. And then Duntroon is where you learn to do the officer part of that and become the army officer. You do 18 months and then you come out as a lieutenant. So, you can do, what did you say? The logistics as an officer or as a soldier. As a soldier, it's called the Q stream. And everyone's important. Like, no one's better than anybody. Don't ever let anyone say that. Oh, I'm the tip of the spear, I'm this. Fuck off, mate. You know? You're not the tip of the spear without the cook. The guy giving you your fucking uniform. The guy that's making sure you're getting paid. The guy that's making sure everything's at home's okay. The guy that's making sure that all the communications is up and firing. Everybody is important. Nobody is not.
I'm the tip of your spear.
Mel goes, I'm the tip of your spear. And she's... Oh, Pug. How are you, Chris? I hope all is okay with your emergency. Hope everyone... Yeah, mate, it's just Mel's mum and dad needed a hand, bro. And, you're like, my family, so I've got to stop everything and go and help them out. And they're getting on a bit now and, they're a little bit sick and that, so I had to go there and sort that, bro. But it's all sorted. Everything's okay. I had a real cruisy day. Then it went to 100 to about, 9:45. I thought I'll just pop on and see who turns up. Yeah, I went for first choice, infantry, officer, carpenter, and then last options, logistics. I mean, if I had my time again... mate, I'd probably go to the Air Force and fly F-16s or F-15s and just fucking rain hell from the skies. Or I'd be a Black Hawk pilot, because they're fucking cool. Or an Apache, an Apache gunship pilot. But we don't have the Apaches in Australia. Our helicopter gunship's called a Tiger. They're way more maneuverable than Apache, but they just can't deliver the same sort of impact. Whereas the Apache is a lot less maneuverable, but it has. So you got an Apache over your head. I'm telling you, Apaches just change everything. They change everything. They're a soldier's best friend.
Tigers are on their way out.
Huh?
Tigers are on their way out.
The Tigers, yeah. They were shit. I don't know why they fucking bought them. South African, they built them. But Dad doesn't like the army. That's, fair enough. I mean, you tell him about the good things about the army. What does he like? Mum hates it too. Fair enough. It's because of all the war. It's the army's had a bad name since since the Twin Towers because we've just been blowing, and who we've been blowing with in the Middle East, the bloody extremists. Good Jack, have a good one. Says I don't have it in me. Yeah, you do. Everyone's got it in them. Everyone's got it in them. You just got to apply yourself. I'm no different to anybody. I'm not better than anybody. We're all the same. We're all Australian. We all fucking start the same. It's just whether you want to do it or not. It's just whether you're prepared to do hard things. Because when you're doing it, you don't see the payoff. You don't see you know what I mean? When you're like 40 Ks into a march and your traps are just screaming, everything in your whole body is saying to take your fucking pack off and sit down. But you just keep going another 20 and then you have going to this other pain. And like I said, you start losing feet in your arms and you can't carry your weapon properly. And just being in that position is just getting me, like Pato says, when you start talking about it, man, sometimes it throws you straight back into that.
If I went in, I'd be Coda.
Hey?
I'd be a Coda for communications.
Mel said that if she joined, she'd be a coder doing communications coding. G'day, mate, and everyone. It's freezing here. Hey, Aussie. Yeah, it is. Freezing here too. In the middle of all helping my missus' mum and dad too, guy come and delivered my firewood too, so that was all going on. Love your channel. Keep pumping out the vids and pics. Cheers, GG. Thanks, mate. I will. It's just funny because I got my TV and I got my thumb drive hooked up to the TV, and my daughter took our laptop, and I've only got the phone, and I can't get them from my thumb drive to any of these devices. So some of the photos, I'm actually just taking photos of my TV. So that's they're not the best. So that's all I've got it until I get the laptop back. You were halfway through. I was halfway through your question, bro. Oh no, I'm getting behind too. Of course, mate, you have live. What's that? Of course, mate, you have to. Yeah. Cheers, pal. Just like any of you blokes. Or lasses, you know what I mean? If your in-laws or your family members needed you, you just drop everything, don't you? You have to. He smokes canes 24/7. Who does? Unemployed. Who are you talking about? Aren't they American Indians? They were. Apaches were, and the American Indies. And because they were so, like they used to exploit, they used to get guns off the Americans and then go and exploit the other Indians with the guns, and have like, the Apaches were evil. They would just attack other Indians, tribes just because they were warriors. Hence the name, the Apache gunship, why they picked that. Yeah. We're all human, bro. Facts, yeah. It's whether you have the strength and endurance. Yeah, man. But you've got it, though. I'm telling ya. You've got it. And passion. Yeah. Hi. Nice. Yep. Tyler Harris. Hello, my old man. Haha. Who's that? Oh, your dad. Okay. But that's cool. Maybe you can change his mind. I really think I couldn't have handled the training. I used to hate footy training. Yeah, I know, mate. But like, because footy training's only once or twice a week, so you got that, oh fuck, I gotta go fucking run laps. When you're just living, breathing it every day, and everyone's the same level as you, like, there's no better kicker, there's no fitter dude that can do the run better. You're all the sort of same standard, and you're looking at each other. When this guy at the front just yells at me loudly, and you only half understand what I'm saying because I'm just losing my shit, and you'll sort of you start to get this bond that you just never had before, and you start coming together, and then all of a sudden you enjoy doing these things because you're in it together, and you know what I mean. And then at night time you have something substantial to talk about and relate to. It's just not like, oh no, how's your missus, how's your mum. It's you get to depth talking really quickly too. I really think I couldn't have hit. Yeah, he doesn't like the government. I guess it's the reason for hating the military, and he doesn't want me in Ukraine if worst ever comes to it, brah. You'd never go to Ukraine, brother. We're never going to be mixed up in that. In fact, I think it would be hard pressed to see Australia in a European war again. I'm not too sure. That's a bold call. Laugh out loud. Footy training at night during winter. Yuck. True that. You should be a soldier out in the winter. Whew. Do you guys know Puckapunyal in Victoria, outback Victoria? I've been in Puckapunyal in the middle of July. It's sleet. I'm sitting on a gun picket. Just learning all about the cold. But we do it regardless of weather, season, or terrain. That's what makes us good. Our camo would need an upgrade, definitely. One day you should do a vid on how you've spoken to the army and explain what they do if to. One day you should do a video on how you're spoken to in the army and explain why they do it. I think. Oh, okay, right. Well, the way we're aggressive and we're not like the American drill sergeants where it's like it's obvious what they're doing. It's almost like a humiliation and like you're not good enough. We don't hit it from that point of view. We try to shock you. Holy fuck! Like a bucket of cold water straight in your face. Bang! They break and straight away. And then once I have your attention, then I start making you better. We start making you into better people. We start, like managing your time. Like being punctual, being passionate, being loyal, being dedicated. All that stuff starts to come. My taxi driver had a lot to say. He said Joe Biden is a robot and Trump is better because he doesn't want to go to war. Don't know if Joe Biden's a robot, but it's elderly abuse what they're doing to him. He clearly has late stage or middle stage dementia. He should be retired. You know what I mean? Like the people, that's what tells me all the people around him don't love their country. Hillary Clinton, all those fucking Nancy Pelosi, they don't love their country. I love my country. I'd step down immediately. You know what I mean? Like I'd be telling these cunts, how do you go to bed at night time, Nancy Pelosi? You're the Speaker of Congress. And you're lying and shafting your citizens. How do they go to... I don't know. I couldn't do it. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to that, yeah. No, well, you can always chat to him, bro. Are you drinking coffee? Yeah, I am. Plus, when I start talking about... Like, I don't like... I sit here, I get fidgety and nervous. I like to... You'll see with my videos, I'll pace. So sitting here in one spot is new for me. So that's why I'm like fucking all over the place. Biden gave the Taliban... Oh, don't even start me on that, B. Don't even start me on that, bro. Joe Biden. Bullshit. Trump doesn't want to go to war. That'll be the first thing he'll do. Morley was the only president out of all the presidents, I think out of the last 7 or 8 presidents that's never been to war. I mean, he finished ISIS in 6 months, destroyed them. And then he came up with a deal to pull out of Afghanistan with the Taliban. That's why the soldiers weren't hurt. For 18 months, he had a deal over the next 2.5 years. We'll slowly withdraw, and bring your company, and have this, if you don't kill any of us, we'll slowly withdraw and give you over the people to make sure that Afghans are okay, though. We've got this, let's shake a hand. You don't die, we don't die, and we'll slowly exchange hands. And Donald Trump had that sorted. And then Joe Biden came in and fast-tracked that. And that's when you see the chaos. Spectre does gaming. That's a cool name. Could have withdrawn... Oh, mate. They shouldn't have left one thing there. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Hello, good sir. Hello to you. I'm also Australian, laugh mate. This time of night, I really think... What was it? Oh, no, it's 9 o'clock in America, I suppose, maybe. Yeah, true. Biden and George Bush 2.0. Yeah. I just want Trump him to bring fuel down and bring the, make the American dollar go back up again, which means our dollar back up. And then fuel will go down, which means electricity will go down and people can start fucking living properly again, man. That's what I want. And Trump's going to do that. And whether you're environmentally conscious or not, to get that to happen, you need to burn coal and frack, unfortunately. I believe in nuclear power. It's clean and it'll be so cheap. But you've got to maintain it, like you can't have a Chernobyl. Like Chernobyl's fucked for the next 1,000. Yeah, so Jack was saying, why would we do that type of stuff? Yeah, so at Kapuka. And so it's to do that. Like I said, it's to do that cow cocky that's been brought up out, in out back fucking Idaho. on 1,000 acres. He was given a 22 when he was 3 years old. You know what I mean? He's been shooting from his Land Cruiser all his life. Well, I need to everything he knows. I need to undo, right? But he's trying to come to me like, I know how to shoot. I know how to shoot. Look, I've been doing this since I was 4 years old. That's just one little example. They like to deal with guys that have been in jail for 8 years, and they come in and then they try to trick me. They try to trick me like a screw, like test me. Mate, you don't understand. This is not jail. And I crushed them in front of everybody. I used to make those guys cry. I could, in fucking 10 minutes, just by some simple truths, I could have those guys shaking and crying, like, and as they're shaking and crying, I'm going, look at you. You thought you were so fucking good at it. You fucking can't even stand. But that's it. That's the last time I do that, because now I've broken that guy. And now I start doing little things and patting him on the back and going, doing this and shaping that guy. And like I said, I'm not changing him. I'm just trying to make him a better version of himself. That's all I want to do with soldiers. That's all we want to do, bro. Okay, love. Fuck, please bring the fuel down. Fucking hope Jack, straight up, was going to say Chernobyl. Yeah. What about that China shit with Trump? I thought for sure it was going to happen. I was in jail at the time, and I honestly thought he was going to kick it off. I was never going to see my kids. Nah, mate, no way. And China, mate, they're useless. They don't even look after their citizens. They don't they don't look after their soldiers right. Look at what China did when what? Yeah, I know, I can hear it. Mel just I got a Wi-Fi camera at the front and just set the alarm off. China don't even look after. Look at when they sent soldiers to go and work with the UN to protect their oil assets in Africa. And the Tutsis overrun the UN and came in, and the Chinese soldiers, some dropped their rifles and ran. None of them fired a shot and stood their ground and what they've been taught. They all ran, and it was all chaos. China looks big, but you've got to remember, they haven't gone to war. They don't know how to do war at all. You know, America is the war machine. They go to war within 6 months. They have dudes in fucking suits trying to sell you a Harley Davidson when you're going into the fucking mess. They're a war machine. They know once again. They know when you go somewhere, you got the main supplier out, and you got to keep that tight. China don't know how to do any of that shit, and they don't look after their soldiers. You know what I mean? If you got to look after your soldiers, pay them, feed them, love them, and then you'll get what with professionals like Australians and Americans. Third world countries, second world countries. Yeah, they've got millions of soldiers. Guess what? I've got millions of rounds. In 10 minutes or less, like. That's right. Petrol was only 164 per litre in South. Big chance it could go to 229. Fuck, it's just dropped here. It was sitting around 190. Now it's just dropped down to 170 here in Queensland where I am. Yeah, so the most rewarding thing about that is seeing, especially the guys that I used to love coming in with, the guys that were like 18 and they were a bit socially awkward. You know, lived in their room, almost had that bloody thing that fucking Hookstagram was telling me about, where the headset makes a different shape in their head. You know, so they're not confident in themselves at all. Maybe a little bit overweight, sort of hunched shoulders. You know, just a good kid. You know, doesn't want to really go out and hang with the rough crowd, but not very sports inclined. Finds himself on the PS3 or whatever, whatever the case may be. Socialising a lot through the headset, but not in real time with other people other than his family, right? Those type of guys, when they came in and they can't even look up because they're so ashamed, embarrassed, scared. They don't know what to do. They've never been those guys. And then after fucking 90 days with us, and you see them with their fucking chest out, their chins up, they're walking around, they're fucking, grabbing your hand, turning their hand on top to dominate the handshake. Their grandparents come up and they call their nan, their nan ma'am. Hey ma'am, because of what we've drilled into them about how they need to talk to females. All females, once you're a soldier, all females are ma'am. And unaccompanied females, we salute them. Yeah, so, those type of guys, they'd come in, and they're the type of guys you don't want to shock too much because they're already shocked. Just getting on the bus and getting off and walking, walking in the hallway, because the guy in front of him's done 10 years jail, so his mouth on, oh, fucking look at this cunt, he thinks he's this, he thinks that. You can hear him. I'm like, shut your fucking shit mouth. So he's intimidated by that dude because he's like, oh, that dude's fucking, talking tough. So it makes him even into his shell a little bit more, and then bringing those guys out of that shell and then showing that they're all the same. No one's better than anybody. No one, doesn't matter if you're 35, 18, or even 40, 54. You're 54, you're 35, you've got that experience in life, but guess what? You don't have any of that as a soldier. So when you're 54 and you're joining the army, everything is fucking new. You're the same as the 18-year-old when it comes to the knowledge on why you're there to become a professional. Yeah, the 54-year-old's done more. Mortgage payments, loans, worked with people. And so he's got that life experience. But when it comes to marching, shooting, being a soldier, soldierly skills, they're all even. Byline Legend, I wish fuel was that price around here. We're paying $1.98. Whoa, shit, $2.33. I'm so glad that it didn't go over $2 here, man. I think, because see, I just buy the cheap stuff, the 94 for my little Ford and the Jeep. But in my bike, I put in 98. And that was $2.20. The 98 was. Byline Legends, it doesn't get to 164 very often, right? Yeah, no. I reckon when Trump comes, I know it sounds bad, but he'll set up, because Biden stopped the oil between Canada and Mexico. Bang, price of barrel goes up. Then he went and, the CIA went and blew up the oil main line and it's bloody sea off the coast of Russia. Another set of oil, so the price goes up now per barrel because it's cost to get it now and move it around. Mate, Biden. But yeah, so having those guys, mate, and each week, because at the end of each week on a Friday, I give you all into my office and I give each one of my recruits a report on how they're going. I give them fucking shit things, some things that I noticed that are very good, and then I give them some words of encouragement, and we do it again. And you have these gates as you go through as a recruit. We call them gates that you have to pass so you can move on to the next module of training. And if you don't pass that gate, you have a chance of being removed from training, put into a place called Dicker James, where you do remedial training, and then you'll come back into another platoon at the training you left. But I'm telling you, Kapuka is harder to fail than it is to pass. Because if you get to a gate and you fail, then you go to another instructor and have a go straight away. And if you fail with him, then you go to one more instructor. And then if you fail with them, you get retaught in everything that's about to be tested, and then you get tested again. And then if you fail then, you go to the troop sergeant, and then we have a guy that's just dedicated to training comes up and trains you one-on-one, and then you get assessed again. So, come on, if you can't pass it by then, maybe you have some learning difficulties. But I've had the back squad too, and 2 people because they were jack cunts, okay? You got the worst in the army, I think, we call them jack cunts, straight up. Didn't you say there was a bloke who had it, all businesses and who's joined to fight? Yeah, I was about to get into that, Jack. I did. Fuck, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, no, I did exactly that. I had a concreter. He was 33 or 34 from Coolangatta. Because when you join the army, we have a whole file on you. When you go to recruiting, they do your aptitude. They find out how much debt you're in, your medical history, your dental history, your fucking criminal history, your credit rating. I've got it in a file on every one of my recruits, and I have access to all that information, okay? And I've got to study that, so I already know who you are before you get there. I know how much money in debt you are, I know everything. Anyway, we had this guy, and he had a really successful multi-million-dollar concreting company on the Gold Coast, and he lived in a $1 million mansion. I think he had kids, but he was struggling to keep a partner. Anyway, he sold everything. He sold that up. He sold his house. He donated half the money to someone. He pretty much came into the army at 33 with about 250 grand or something like that, mate. And I had him in my office. I said, "What the fuck are you doing? What? You were so successful out there, mate, being an Aussie concreter, killing it. And he's like, no, it was fucked. It wasn't, it giving me no meaning, and I just need to find myself. And I said, you need to find yourself? All right, bro. I'm going to help you fucking find yourself. Let's see if we can do this. And he's always a little bit behind. Chris in chat salute. Hey, Jordan, fucking thanks for popping over, bro. I was wondering if you want to pop over. Jordan's been helping me a lot from the very start, getting me on over to the American guys and that, but I haven't been back over there because they were blowing amongst each other. I dropped them a few messages, but I'm an Aussie in the timing probably. Chris in chat, nice, concrete and boring, bro. I do not like the look of any trades or apprenticeships, really, that, to be honest. Do you upload to your channel, Woodsy, bro? Hey, Chris, hope it's all well, mate. On the mark. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, mate. I haven't seen your little on the mark getting around. Labouring tough, yeah, Jordan. Well, essentially, as a soldier, you're a labourer because you're out. It's all physical. It's just like school, like I said. When you're learning field craft, we teach you on a whiteboard and theory. We have all this theory. Then I take you into our field environment. We transfer that theory into practical. And then we show you how to use it practically. And then we practice you until you feel competent how to use that particular part. And then we move on to the next bit. And we just sort of keep building on that, right? Yeah, similar physical demand. Aussie pug, salute. No Tramat, just music playlists every now and then. Yep. Better training in the army. Mate, I'm telling you right now, the army, like I said, the army teaches you how to shave. Teaches you how to use an ironing board, how to use a wash machine, how to use a dryer. We set up a bank account for you if you haven't set it up. We show you how interest works. We show you how to take out loans. We show you how to do your tie. We show you how to dress yourself. I show you how to iron your clothes. I show you how to iron creases in your pants. That's part of being a soldier too, is that part, the bullshit, the shit I hated, all the fucking dressing up and carrying on. I just want to be in the ground, in the field, doing that stuff. But sometimes it's good, like on Anzac Day. Come on. I love dressing up and fucking, being in my kit, mate. I'm fucking live for that shit. A lot of stuff can go wrong on the construction site. Yeah, same. I'm telling you right now, soldiers die in training all the time. Not, like I said, not every training exercise, but most soldiers die. What we're doing is fucking dangerous, even in training. Through no fault of your own, yeah. No one looking out for your labouring, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, back in the 90s, no one looked out for me when they pushed me too hard because they wanted to teach me a fucking letter because I've got fucking infantry tattooed at the School of Infantry, and technically I haven't proved myself to nobody, so how dare you get that tattooed on your fucking chest? I'm literally going to walk you into the ground and nearly kill you. That's what, you know what I mean? So he should have had, a fucking, what's that word of care for me? He should have had that care for me, even though he wanted to show me and push me to the ground, but just still make sure I drank fucking water, man, Yeah, that Kapuka dehydration story hit hard. That wasn't Kapuka, that was at the School of Infantry. At least you got medics, but then they cut your feet. No, we had no medics. They were my crew. They were my fighting section. Okay, as soon as you go down with heat, bro, we cut all your fucking clothes off of you. We get you butt naked, and then we got this. It's like a terry toweling that we have, and we put that on your body, and everybody just starts emptying their water bottles on you, man. Water bottles all over you, man. Starts that, and people are just putting massage, like the core up here is where you overheat. So they start putting cold, and that's what they can do until the helicopter or the thing can get there. Because you're not meant to need a medic on a walk. Oh, what I miss. Stay hydrated, legend. That's right. If anyone in the chat hasn't subscribed, please thanks, Jordan. I appreciate that, mate. Compassion. Yeah, of course. Damn. I've had heat stroke 3 times landscaping. It's fucking rough as. Oh, bro. This is what I like to say to my soldiers. Piss white, you're ready to fight. Piss clear, but I say piss white, you're ready to fight. If you've got any yellow in your piss, you need to drink more water. That's how you're in the army. You got to piss white, ready to fight, and you got to piss white at least 4 or 5 times a day. That's when you know you're hydrated. In training, really well. Didn't think it was that intense. Could you give us an example of how you could die in training? Oh, fucking oath I can. Okay, so there's a guy called Private Billy Watts. Okay, in 1RAR. We're doing the assault grenade range. Okay, assault grenade range is a bunch of bunkers that you sprint to. Okay, you've been given 6 hand grenades, and they're in your grenade pouch, right? And they have a pin on the grenade. And when you grab that thing and you see in the movies and they pull that pin, okay, it's really hard to do that. That pull is about 7 or 8 kilos. The first time you do it, you go, oh shit, that's fucking, you really got to rip that. So what some dudes do, which you never should do if you have a grenade, is to push the pins like this to make it easier to pull through. This young fella had pushed a few of the pins to make it easier to pull through, right? Because what you're doing is you're running, sprinting, and then it'll be laying down. So you've only got the cover of like a small foot wall, and you're laying on your back, and then you jump up, you identify the target, you jump up. Then you pull your pin, you check the grenade, you yell, grenade! And then you got to sit up and throw it 35 meters into a garbage bin lid, and then drop, boom. Bang, all the dirt comes flying over you, and then you're up sprinting straight, and it's a 50-meter sprint to the next one's sitting. And then 50-meter sprint and it's standing. And then the next one will be standing to kneeling. And the next one will be on your stomach. And you're just assaulting these grenade ranges, right? Well, he got to the second one and the pin came out of one of the grenades, which is still safe because that's that lever. It's not the pin that sets it off. It's that lever that pops off. Once that lever pops, then that's 5.5 seconds to 7 seconds, that grenade's done. It came undone in his pouch. And in between running to the third grenade range, the assault grenade range, all 5 grenades detonated in his pouch and just blew him completely in half. It was just his top of his body and pretty much his knees, mate. And his section commander got all fragged up. So that's one example. Another example was the boys were driving at night time and he was going a bit too quick in the training area and he rolled a fucking Unimog and killed 3 guys in the back and severely injured 2 in the front. You don't want to be in a military vehicle in an accident like that, especially a Unimog. It's like sitting in the back of a truck with no seatbelts. Heat illness. Every fucking year we lose soldiers to heat illness. And that, to me, is their leader's fault. Their leader's fault. I'd say, you know, my guys used to hate it. They're like, you fucking don't tell me when to drink. I'm like, I'll fucking tell you when to drink. Now you fucking drink. Whenever you see me drink, you drink. You know, just to get it, because like, I've fucking experienced that heat. Hold the grenade and throw the Start the dial for the litre of water. Yeah, man. Yellow, no good. Nah. The darker your urine is, no good. Okay? And plus, if you drink, like if you just hydrate yourself with just say Powerade all day or just lemon squash or fucking Coke or whatever what can happen is you might have this false sense of securement that you're hydrated, but you're pissing the fluid through, but that all that crap and corruption is building up in your kidneys and you'll get kidney stones, which are prickly little hard pieces of calcium, and you've got to put it through your piss system, and it's not good. I've seen guys with kidney stones, oh my God, they scream in pain. And the thing to stop that from happening is just to drink water. If you can't drink water, add a bit of cordial. Oh fuck, yeah, could snap your finger, bruh. 7 kilograms. Yeah, it's hard. It might have been less than that, but I remember I used to put my middle finger in it, and I'd and just rip that thing out. The first time I did it, it was really stiff, and you're like, okay, it needs to be stiff because I don't want that fucker coming undone, right? Because you can do this is how you do booby traps and stuff, because you can pull a pin out and then have it set up so that there's a little bit of tape here to a trip line, and when somebody trips that, the tape drops, the lever flips, boom, grenade. This is a quick way to do a quick booby trap. Ouch, brah, thanks, the heads up. 100. Yeah, water saves lives. It's, it's horrible, but, that's the hardest thing you need for a soldier in a war zone is to keep them hydrated at where they need to be. But us as soldiers too also have gone through food and water deprivation. Because we understand there's going to be times when you need to conserve your water. And there's times that we practice that. We practice fucking doing hard, hot things in the heat with little water. You know? Yeah, like a homemade Claymore like in Rambo Last Blood, yeah. Claymores are wicked. I love Claymores. Claymores are fucking the schnizzle. And the beauty with Claymores is you can bank them. So, I don't know if you remember off a COD or whatever, you've got enemy, front towards enemy, and it's concurved like that. What's inside that is 800 grams of C4 explosive with 700 ball bearings. Okay, and it fires when it's set off at 2 meters high at an angle of 610 mils out to 180 meters. So from 610 mil out at 2 meters high, you got 700 ball bearings coming at you. Faster than a pistol, but slower than a rifle. It's just fucking cunt you up. The very first time at School of Infantry, I saw a Claymore. We shot a fucking Eastern Grey, about a 5-foot Eastern Grey kangaroo. We laid it on its side. We put a Claymore face up. We put the reel on top of it. This is the very first time I'm learning Claymore, so I didn't have a clue. Thanks, babe. I didn't have a clue. We sat back. We hooked up the cable. We hit the 57. It's called a clacker. And it sets out it generates an electrical charge. It sets a detonation off inside the Claymore. We go bang, bang, we hit the clacker, and this roo just woof, got sent up in the air, right? Got sent up, I don't know, fucking 20, 30 meters, it was high. And then as it hit the pinnacle, as it was coming down, it started to separate. Oh man, as it came down, we were just covered in blood and guts and roo, bro. You didn't realise as it went up, it had already been diced to a million pieces, but once it took the gravity, then it started to separate like this. And just were like, oh fuck. But that was my first introduction to Claymores. And then I'm like, ooh, shit. And that has another end. You can put another det and run a cord to another one and another one and another one. And you can just bank them after bank them. And just sit back and go boom, and you can just cover a whole road. Hence I don't move around a lot to conserve energy. Fishing line, tripwire, yeah.
I mean, trip plays out.
Hey?
I mean, those trip plays out of party copies,
Yeah. Just like your Moab short, pretty crazy, the blowback on that. Oh, did you see that? I thought I'd get you an idea to show you what that bloody weapon was that came down through there. Isn't that insane, the Moab? It's that big that it's pushed out the back of a plane. It's fucking huge, man. Jack Daggers just said a comment. Awesome. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so Claymores are cool. So that's some ways you can die in and then you got just bad accidents. You know, like a guy, like when you're working with night vision gives you pretty good, like you can good see, but you lose your depth perception. Okay? So you'll be looking down and you think that it's just like a little step down and it's a fucking 15-foot ledge into a creek. And in the middle of the night when we've been doing, guys would just fallen like 15 feet into creeks, man, and just broke their femurs and their backs. You know, so what part of training did you struggle with? I didn't really struggle. What my issue was is that when I was being given the task or my order, I was so keen to do it that I didn't take everything on board and I'd fuck up what I've just asked to do. And then that would give me a slap in the head. So I was always too keen to go ahead and not stopping and thinking and just, what do I have to do? What's the task here? Shut the fuck up. I'm not here to impress anybody. I need to get this. And it took me a while to work that out as a young guy. Not yelling, my mobile is busted. Oh shit, sorry, am I yelling?
Yep.
Mel just goes, yep. When you step on it, goes boom. Stuck on caps like a landmine. Aussie chick, why are you yelling? Like a landmine. What? Claymores are nothing like a landmine. Claymores are strategically, tactically possessed to get maximum kills possible. I like to use them in ambushes because, and plus with a Claymore, because it's C4 high explosive, you have a kill radius of 16 meters, even behind it. So when you're going clack, you've got to be undercover, man, because that C4 is, that pressure wave is so hard. A 16-meter circle around it just fucking smashes everything, you know? If not, you'd be bleeding out of all your orifices at the very best and fucking wondering, like Mike Tyson just drilled you into the ground. You know, so, yeah, and landmines are different. You got jumping bees and you got landmines that you step on and you don't know, and then you step off it and then it jumps up to waist height and detonates. Oh, good Aussie. Fuck, sister, thought you might be angry. No, I just get passionate. Because this is all I fucking know. That's all I know. And when you take that away from me, what am I? Nothing. You know? You know? I don't know how to build, or mechanic, or fucking pour concrete, or all this shit that you guys drive trucks, fucking. I did do my forklift course and drove forklift. That's fucking. I love that. And I did off-road forklifts too. That's sick. You know what I mean? So like, I have no skills really to offer on the outside, other than protection to my family and my friends. You know. I just, like I said, one of the guys was earlier said, Chris, you know, they're just stories now, mate. He's one of my comments, and it just hit me. He said, Chris, these are just stories now. But they're out now on YouTube or the internet to be heard forever, because we only ever really hear what the Australians do from our historian point of view, because whenever we go into a conflict, they're assigned a historian and like 2 writers, and they go around and take care of the units and highlights of what we've done and kill rates, but as a unit or a platoon or a force, you know, it's not individual people on the ground and their experiences within that. And I think that's what I got to offer. Is like, what the fuck Aussies do when they train? What's it like at Kapuka? Because not only did I go through there, I went back there as an instructor. I went through School of Infantry. I even went through the School of Signals. I went and fucking bettered myself I haven't even got into that part of my life, where I specialised in satellite communications and jamming and exploiting communication networks overseas. Wait till I get to those stories. You know, I haven't even got to that part yet. You know, and then I did rigging too, so I went down to, in Melbourne there, out the Western Ring Road, Hoppers Crossing, is it Hoppers? I went out there and did my beginners, intermediate, advanced rigging course, then I did my crane course so I could build fucking communication towers in war zones. You know, 100 feet towers. I had guys climbing up there, getting shot as they're climbing up the towers, mate. I had to come down and put vests on them. But that's a whole other thing. And then I had teams going over there to exploit networks and to build networks, and that's how I ended up in the SO, the Special Forces Task Group room in Kandahar, rebuilding their whole operations room. And that's when I was exposed to a lot of cool shit. Oh shit, I'm so far behind, sorry guys. Is a Moab the same as a bunker buster? No, the bunker buster's different. That bunker buster, you see it's a lot skinnier, and it's made for, like, you know, literally trying to penetrate deep. You know how I say we're safe in the ground when we're 6 foot under? That's what they're trying to penetrate down 6 foot through the dirt and then detonate and excavate everything under that. Whereas the Moab's there just to kill. Like, I'm thinking, obviously they lessened the warhead when it came down to Saddam's bedroom, because, like I said, they were like 1.5 meter, 2 meter walls, and they were bowed out. But the rest of the palace was still like, its integrity was okay, but it punched through 3 floors. So I think they've just lessened the warhead on that, you know, just taken a bit out, turned it down to say. But no, a Moab, if it does an airburst, say 100 meters above the ground, it will kill everything in 9 blocks. It will kill every living thing, animals, humans, in a mile radius. A Moab is it's the biggest piece of ordnance the American can drop on you. It's fucking not, you don't want to be under a Moab. A Moab would just take out half of ISIS, like most of the, and it was so funny too, because ISIS would run up on the hills and then put their flag, and you can see them all coming up, Akbar, and we just wait for them all to get on the hill, hit a Moab, kill 20 or 30 ISIS fighters, and that hill, instead of being a feature of 656 metres tall, it's now 640 metres tall. Trying to compare it, Aussie cheek. The only blow forward Oz. I guess, yeah, just explosives would be way better description, cheers. Face forward. Yeah, true like bouncing Betty. S mine, AP mine, a husband. Was talking Aussie chick, having a giggle. Paul loves phones. Paul loves phones fucked, and I'm just yelling. Ah! Low Matty, hey. I never liked camping, so would have liked outdoors. Well, camp. Doing field and camping aren't even in the same universe. When you're camping, you set up your camp, you put your tart over your tent. If you got your bloody swag, you set your swag out so you know before you get on the piss, you know where bed is. You go and get some rocks, you have a nice fire, you have a table out, you probably have your barbecue where you're going to cook a bit of food up. You got your lantern or your light hung up so it's nice and bright, you can see there. Yeah, that's nothing like that. Once it goes nighttime, you don't know where you're going to be sleeping, because once it gets to dusk, we've got to stand to, so everyone just drops and you face out until 20 minutes after last light. So once it goes to last light and it gets dark, we watch, because we're waiting. What we're doing is we're waiting in a circle to see if anybody's followed us up. Okay, so we've got to stand to and make sure that happens. And then when you get stand down, night routine happens, and straight away you've got to run a gun picket at 12, 3, 6 and 9. A machine gun, 2-man, double staggered, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 people, and it's got to be double staggered. So I do an hour and an hour and a half, so you're chopping every half an hour, right? And then, but when you go stand down, that's it. It's pitch black. You can't make any noise, you can't talk, you can't light any fire, you can't turn any light on at all, not even anything. Now you've got to unpack your sleeping bag or your pack in the pitch black. You got to feel the ground. You got to leave your hands there. I used to just leave my hands nestled to see if I'd feel anything crawl, because I laid in a few ants nests and that sucks. You wake up one in the morning, there's fucking ants biting all over you. And you're like, oh, fuck. So I learnt my lesson just to smoke, and I used to sit there with my hands for a good 5 or 10. Nothing crawls. One thing, never disturb the ground. If you're going to sleep, just sleep on top. If you're in real field, never make it all nice and like down to the dirt and flat, because everything's going to come at you. Just sleep on top. And so you can't talk, you can't communicate, you can't cook food, you can't turn a light on, you can't read, you can't do fucking anything. All you got to do is go to bed and lay down, and you lay there. And if it's raining, everything's wet, so you can't lay down now. So you sit up against a tree, or you just sit there against your pack and just hope you sort of nod off in the rain. The best you can get is wet weather gear, but even with wet weather gear, when you're 24/7 in the rain, everything gets wet. You can't. It's fucked. It's a smoker's worst nightmare. When I used to smoke rollies, it was fucked. My papers would stick, my tobacco, you fucking, so it's nothing like camping. Nothing like camping. Yeah, and you've got to do these pickets, and it's fucking insane. And then you get up at, first light, 6 o'clock, you're up at 5:30, bang, we're back stand to. Because through military history, most attacks are first light in the morning. So as Australians, we're up before first light, waiting to attack, because that's when we're going to come at you. And then your daily routine starts, and you've got to get machine guns cleaned, all the men have got to shave. Mel's just like, it's just because I'm living it. I'm living it in my head, and I'm thinking about this stuff. And as the leader, I've got to make sure your water's right, your ammunition's right, your food's right, your welfare's right. I've got to make sure you're in good spirits, because you've been doing hard stuff, and it doesn't matter how good you are. You get depressed when you just keep doing hard stuff, or if it just rains for 7 days straight. It's just hard. It's just fucking hard. And most of you wouldn't have experienced that. You would have maybe stood in the rain for an hour, 2, 3, maybe got your clothes soaked on a push bike getting home or walking, but you got home, you got to take that shit off, have a nice warm shower, sit down for the night. Now imagine when you're doing that, next time you're wet and soaked through like that. Think of a soldier's got to be like that for the rest of the time, and he can't hide out of the rain. He can't just get an umbrella and go. But that's why we train. That's why we embrace that shit. That makes us strong, it makes us tough, it makes us better, it makes us professional, it makes us fucking Aussie. Love that shit, man. And the harder it was, the more I loved it. Because I used to think, fucking, what's my enemy doing? Is he doing this? Is he training as hard as I am? He fucking better be, because I'm coming. That's how I used to train my boys. Love this shit. Enjoy it, because our enemy aren't doing this. Our enemy are getting pissed at night time. Our enemy can't even handle their discipline. Look at the way they fire. They fucking full burst like this. Right? Everything we do here makes us better, makes us professional. We got the fucking flag there, so you gotta keep your chin up with the Anzac tradition and pushing them behind you. And we're custodians of that Anzac tradition, so it has to. That's why I got in that boat. I didn't want to get in the boat. The water was putrid, but I got in the boat because in Gallipoli, the Anzacs got put out of Gallipoli. They went and stole racehorses and raced them up the main road in Cairo. That's Aussie. That's what we do. We fight hard. We're fucking deadly. We're professional. We come back and we're fucking larrikins. Fuck. I'm very passionate about this stuff. I still am to the very day. I'd still die for my country right now. Nothing's changed.
I'm passionate about the volume of your voice.
Mel's you're passionate about the volume of your voice, pussy. I bet you I'm behind. Was there a time when you were deployed that you thought you weren't getting to come? What's that? What? Was there a time when you were deployed that you thought you weren't? Well, I was gonna die? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. If that's what you mean, bro. Come home. Yeah, no, definitely, bro. I'll go more into that. That's pretty hardcore, bro. What we went through there. You might have heard of me touch on it. Nice, 81% THC Moonrise medical distillate 1 gram. Wow. I wouldn't mind the exercises, but not camping, sleeping outdoors. Yeah. Yep. No, you got to get like this. Why you just live in the dirt. You just become the dirt. You become the bush, but you want to become the bush. You want to smell like and be like your environment. You don't want to be walking along smelling like Winnie Blues, or rolling tobacco, or, fucking that nice impulse that you like to put on, or your Duke spray, or your aftershave. Fuck that, no way. Only because I know once I've been in the bush for 4 or 5 weeks, when we're living like that and raining, I can smell the laundry detergent and the guy's cans that's coming to visit us from 60 meters away. You get this fragrance, and everyone's like, what the fuck's just changed? And then through the bush, you'll see a dude come in, just normal. He just got up in the morning, got into his cans and come into the bush to say g'day, do the hi, here you go, and soldiers, I'm just here to check on you, and they fuck off again. Doing one of them ones. And if they're smoking, you can smell them further away. And like learning that, you're like, holy shit. So you don't want to do any of that stuff. Toothbrush, you try not to do that. You just brush your teeth with charcoal and toothbrush. You don't want to smell like anything. In the end, with the shaving cream, we use shaving cream that especially it's like gunky. It's horrible. It has no smell. I used to just shave cold. I used to fucking just get the water because you can't heat any water up. I just tip water on my face. It's fucking. And I used to get a rash and shit, but that's part of it, eh? Did you ever train in tracking crits? Only a little bit. I didn't train in the sense of, these guys are lost and I can track them this way because, the imprints they left on the dirt. And, the level I got to was, okay, so we would go and we'd go at different times of the day and we'd break certain trees and saps that's in our environment. And then we'd sit there with our notebooks and we would just take notes at 20 minutes. What does it look like? At 1 hour, the colour and the fade. Is it wilting? Is the leaves starting to curl their tips? Just so now, when I'm chasing someone up and I see that, I can look, I can look at that break there and go, okay, he's 20 minutes ahead of me. He's an hour ahead of me. And we'd come across, when you see animal tracks, like ants, ant nests, and they leave those sort of marks through the bush. We would step on those and then we'd sit back and we'd write how long it would take for those ants to reform that line. So when we're moving through and we see that chaos, I now know he's 25 minutes because of the way the ants. So we're studying small things like that. So I'm not learning how to track you individually and be there, but if I'm chasing you up, I can chase you in the general direction you're going. you know, and that's sort of like a base, maybe a little bit more because I got into it and I loved it. But the guy, Danny Goddard, who used to teach us that, he actually went and lived up with the mobs in Northern Territory, the old, you know, the real black fellas that, mate, unbelievable. They know where water holes are by the way, you know, they do their Aboriginal dances and all that stuff to get the water holes without navigating. It's amazing. And they were teaching Danny Goddard how to track, and he'd come back and teach us these methods. So I would do things like that. We would, you know, and then we'd go into like a dense environment like the jungle, and we'd do the same thing. We'd get a guy to cut a track through, and then we'd go back and we'd record the foliage of how it was dying and moving at certain times. And you just keep pushing that on. So, I mean, that's sort of tracking. Hitting great smashes, yo, keeps lifting you up till you're floating, bruh. Keeps getting you more and more stone. And every puff is fucking lit. I just can't do it. I can't smoke a bong or anything straight. It's fuck. I've never taken drugs. I'm a control freak. Marijuana isn't a drug though. Have you drank? If you've drank alcohol or wine, then you know that's a drug. It's worse than marijuana. I mean, like I know a million guys that would drink a bottle of rum, go and fucking get himself in a fight and fuck himself up or the person up and end up in the watch house or with an assault charge. But I've never seen that same guy smoke a couple of cones or have a nice joint with some music and then want to go and do that. Usually he wants to sit back and he gets creative or he wants to involve himself in some conversation, or in my case, it levels my fullness on, you know, like my hypervigilance. It just, because I can't drink. If I drink alcohol, just look at my psych report. I ended up jumping on top of taxis and pulling people out of their car. It's no good. Alcohol's no good for me. I walk into the pub and look for the biggest dude and just want to fucking fight. Turn me into somebody I'm not. That's not me.
Pussy no self-control.
Yeah, it just. So, I'd never call marijuana a drug ever, but that's my opinion. And by all means, you know who's scared the marijuana? Like the marijuana is a gateway to heroin was the '80s guy. Who was it? The guy that was the '80s. What's his name? Oh, I can't think of his fucking name, but yeah, it was his missus. It's midnight on the East Coast. Yeah, it is. And we're having a great time. A la Snack Bar. I was with the most 420 reply there, man. Aha! At a bar. Hopefully out camping does my head in, yeah. Camping's great.
I love camping.
Haven't been camping with the right people or to the right place. It's Alan Snack Bar, G.
I never want to come.
You don't even light a cigarette. I saw this short the other day, this newish invention to clear minefields. They shoot this line projection that looks like one big piece of rope that has C4 or something. Yeah, that's right.
And they drag it.
Yep, they shoot it out. It's just an explosive, exactly what it is, explosive rope. But still not foolproof. Still not foolproof, man. IEDs, mate. They're next level. Improvised explosive devices. It's because they can be made from so many different things. They can be made from fertilizer and diesel. They can pull artillery rounds apart. They can take grenades and pull them apart. Claymores, they're just so imaginative with it. The Russians say, "Nyet." We just use regular rope. Nyet, nyet. You see it when I used to watch Russian car crashes.
Yeah.
You always hear, "Nyet, nyet." Rollies in the battlefield. You need pre-rolled. Message retracted. What happened, Jordan? Marlboro Reds. Did you brush your teeth and shower outdoors or no? No, like that's the whole point. You don't want to be clean. I brush our teeth. We try to keep on top of our teeth, of course, but not with toothpaste. Anything that has a fragrance, gone. Salada. But you know, you're thinking it from a point of view that I don't know. I can't think of it because that's how I do it. When I go camping with the missus and kids and that, man, it's like I'm in a 5-star hotel.
It is.
But no, so we're not washing. No. Only thing I'm doing in a river is filling our water bottles. you know, and then I'm putting Puri tabs in them. But no, we don't shower, we don't bath, we don't. I mean, I have like in my pack, when I pack my pack, I have I have my cams that I'm wearing, I have one set of cams in like Ziploc bags. I always 7 socks, 7 undies, no matter how long I'm going for. And you always try and wear your first set of undies and socks the longest.
Unscented baby.
Sometimes, this is going to probably sound disgusting for some people, but you can wear your undies like double. Okay, so you just wear them normal for 5 days, and then you turn them inside out, and you put them back on, and you wear them for another 5 days. Well, man, I've worn the same shit for, okay, let's get personal here. As a man, all you need to look after is your penis and your balls and around your underarms if you need to, but you just want to keep your dick and that clean so you don't get any infections there, And you can do that with baby wipes really quickly or whatever, So I used to just take a bit of terry toweling and just tip my water bottle and sort myself out, everyone.
Unscented baby.
But if you're a lady, you've got to think about, your that time of the month, and that's hard. But being in the army, they can give you, there's like several solutions they can give you so you don't read out bush or, because that's not ideal. Sorry, Jordan, reminded me of a good joke. That's fucking our culture right there, bro, that story. Jill Sergeant Mel. That was Matty. Did you all research the enemy's tactics so you know their next move? We try to, but we don't say, oh, that's what they're doing. Okay, so it's TTPs, it's tactics, technical procedures, and then SOPs. They're standing operating procedures. So when you're dealing with Afghanis, they're pretty much, most of them are farmers or Taliban or anyone that's come into Afghan to fight from Pakistan or Saudi Arabia or wherever they've recruited their fucking true believer. And they don't really, they've been given an AK-47. They've been shown how it works. They've been shown how to shoot it, but not really. That's it. Like every time I've seen someone fire, they're not in a firing position, going through their, going what you need to do to put accurate rounds on target.
You used to say the safest place is in front of them.
There was, and this might be controversial to some, but some people said the safest place in Afghanistan was in front of an AK-47 because they just do full 30-round bag. All 30 rounds, drop it off. They're fucking barrel smoking, another 30 rounds. Every time they do that, the integrity of the barrel is bending ever so slightly. But 1 millimeter at 100 meters is a meter. Okay? And they're just doing that, and they're just abusing that rifle, abusing it. Whereas Australians, our machine guns are changing their barrels out every 200 rounds, and they're not doing bursts. They're doing two, like bop, 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 bop. And if I need a higher rate of fire, instead of making the machine gun go more, so it's going bop, 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 then I bring a styrene and say bop, 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 bop. And if I need more rate of fire, I bring another styrene, so bop, 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 bop. And that's how I can still keep the barrel temperatures down. But this is just all in-depth army shit now. $160 at Dispensed Medical, bro. For the 81%, oh wow. Haha, yeah. The Winnie Blues.
How much?
How much is that? Is that for half Oz? How much is that for? Love Australia and the flag behind you. There's two. The one you can see further away, that's our entrance to their house, and then that's one there. And then like I said, everyone, I've got one on my bedroom wall too.
Fucking strong.
First thing I get out of bed, bro, Aussie flag. But it's on me everywhere. I got it on my chest. I got fucking on my arm. I got it there. I got it all over me. I got an Anzac on my lip. I'm a patriot, brother. I love this country and I love everybody and I love all my citizens. Never had weed last that long out of the strains I've smoked since 2020. Especially OP rum. No good. Plant, not a drug, agreed. You can see how some people think because they got brainwashed in the 80s by, I can't believe that president and his wife
Nixon?
Oh, no, it wasn't Nick. Nixon's on not our crook. It was the other guy, the movie star dude. Okay, makes sense about Mary Jane. My ex was a cook in the army and drank Bundy's non-stop. Yeah. And a lot of army people and military people do drink a lot because there's no other options at all.
Yeah.
We can't, because we get piss tested all the time. I was getting piss tested so often, and it's random as fuck. And it's first thing in the morning. You know, they'd even piss test you first thing Monday morning to see if you've been on like, you know, like the weekend pills, MMDMA, or you've been on speed or whatever. Fucking, they hit you Monday morning. And all the weed smokers know that you smoke weed, it's in your system for a good while. And if you've been smoking it for a long time, it's in for a good while. So you can't, yeah. So alcohol was our, you know, and you're training all these dudes, all these killer, you know, to do all this different bad shit, and then you let us out in the town and we drink piss. All that testosterone and aggression, man, we haven't decompressed. We've been in the jungle for 6 weeks, fucking being killers. And then it's Friday night. We get up, we come out Friday morning, we have our showers, we go out Friday night, and we're all drunk and we just want to fucking kill everybody. Yeah, not everybody, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just. But if those so blokes all went round and had a joint, it'd be a different situation, I reckon. But that's up for debate. Don't you get back up undies, brah? Yeah, mate, but tell me, in the middle of it, because remember, it's not camping. You don't get 10 minutes to yourself to go away and fucking clean yourself. You know what I mean? You're doing this on the run. So you might have 5 minutes and you're cleaning yourself whilst you're on picket, but being very deliberate. You eat differently. When you're in field in the army, when I'm opening up a can of food, my weapon is here, I'm facing the enemy, and as I'm cracking my can, I'm not even looking, I'm looking, covering my arcs, as I deliberately and take 5 minutes just to crack a can of fruit. I'm cracking it, boom, because I'm aware of the metal sound as well. And now I had a Fred, the device, fucking ridiculous eating device, that's why we call it Fred. And it's copper, so now I've got to worry about shine. The enemy could see the shine of me just doing that click, that glint at 400 meters. Because I'm trained to look for that. So now I'm covering that up. So I'm not even looking at my food and I'm cracking, I'm being very deliberate in everything you do. And it's hard to be disciplined like that, it's hard. How did you do it and 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 it becomes second nature. It's not even fucking hard. I used to love going bush. I used to love getting in with the dirt and becoming one with the field and, you know, doing what nobody else is doing. You know, doing what nobody else can do unless you've done all this training to get to that level. You know? Like, but I loved it though. Some guys hated it. I loved it. I fucking loved it. I loved it. I just loved it. It was hard that it was Australian. It was. I saw F-88 something there. Isn't the F-88 Steyr German made? Fuck. No, it's called Osteyr, AUS Steyr, and it's Austrian. Heckler and Koch, if I remember right. Yeah, HK 416. That's what you would have seen in my shorts that I'm firing. 10 grams, 160. Oh shit, that's expensive.
That is expensive.
Same as night cut, 160 for 1 gram. Wow. Getting Joker juice and Chimova Daily Grape tomorrow. 96, let's go 4 more. Wow, that's awesome. Cheers. Ronald Reagan.
That was it.
That was him. Jordan, Nancy Reagan. Nancy Reagan was out there. Marijuana is the gateway to heroin. You will lose your children. And scared my mother and father's generation. Like my mum and dad were like, what? Weed? Oh no, we're going to lose him. He's going to be in the bus shortage injecting heroin next week. That's because of those freaks in the 80s scaremongering everybody. And it's taken this long to undo that. Well, not so much in Canada and maybe America, but look at Australia. What you say marijuana and people go, oh, drugs, still. You know? But it's no different to fucking...
Unless you might be right.
And the beauty of marijuana, it just grows there and you can pick it and dry it and smoke it. With alcohol, you've got to go out of your way. You've got to ferment stuff and put yeast in it and then boil it and then wait for that vapor to turn back into alcohol and then you drink it and it's honestly poison to your system. Now that I don't drink anymore, I drink on Anzac Day, that's it. When I do, like if I go over to a mate's place and he's having a can of rum and he's like, come on, just have a can. I go, right, give us a can. After 2 cans, I feel sick. It's crazy.
Pussy.
I mean, that's because I'm a pussy.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, was carrying in the 80s with that gateway drug. That's right, Jordan. You're right on what you know what I'm talking about, mate. And it's had a lasting effect because it was my mum and dad's generation. How long for the THC to leave your system? Okay, this is debatable, but this is what I know. I'm not proud of this, but I did it. When I was on leave for 2 weeks, I smoked a full ounce. And then I knew I was getting piss tested in 21 days. So when I got back, I ran 5.5 Ks every morning as hard as I could. Hard as I could, sweat as much as I could. Then I'd do burpees, then I went to the gym for an hour. And then I'd just drink water, so much water. So I was just pissing like every fucking hour, pissing so much. And I did that every day. And on the 21st day, I piss tested and it still came out positive. I was like, what the fuck? And it sent away, but it came back 20 milligrams per something or other. So it was equivalent to, what's it called, babe, when you're in the room? Passive smoking. Okay, so you have a little tiny bit, and they say that, oh, that means he was in a room with someone that was smoking marijuana, but he wasn't smoking it, so it's not. So after doing all that hard and drinking, and like it was summertime too, I was fucking wrecking myself, it still showed up. So the guys that are smoking that real good strain, and you've been smoking it for more than 4 months straight, it's going to take 3-4 months to get out of your system, and that's if you work hard. But that's my opinion. I mean, the doctor might tell you something different. You guys might even know better than me.
My twin came up positive after
6 to 8 months, right? Yeah. For you guys with that strong shit. What'd you say, babe?
My twin came up positive after 3 months.
That's right, Mel's twin. He's a jockey, and he's fucking 45 kilos ringing wet, and he trains hard, and he still came up positive after 3 months. Maybe I'd have a few beers, but not hard liquor. It goes straight to the liver. Yeah, and then you got your liver too. Much love to you and Mel, mate. I'm got to go. I'm Cactus. Big day. Talk soon, Sarge. Thanks, Matty. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm just lively because I'm fucking drinking coffee, and I'm the one talking, and I'm reliving everything. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you, bro. Boys in Vietnam were getting high in the jungle, bro. Yeah, not the Australians. Americans were.
They were issued beer every day.
Mate, Americans drink beer in Afghan and Iraq. Australians, we don't do nothing, bro. I don't want any of my soldiers affected by anything. I want them to be at their peak mental. I need them switched on 24. You're only drinking water. That's it.
You have near beers.
And like I said, we drink water. We had the odd fucking, yeah, we did have near beers, you know, those Heinekens at 0%, but fuck that. Water. I used to drink Red Bulls when we could get them, and coffee. Night, Matt. Yeah. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you being here, man. Smoking out of the shotgun bong classic scene.
Go.
Awesome. Thanks for those words of support, Matt. Means a lot, mate. Cheers. Yeah, though. Right, Jack. Yep. Of course. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Chris. Just listening and wanted to say g'day. Hey, Banana Farmer. Bloody g'day, mate. Cheers. Expensive but high quality than other strains. Best weed I've ever smoked. Or a Therapeutics Kilo Pie. All those names. 10 grams, tub delivered, 2-door from Dandenong, bro.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Laugh out loud, Jordan. Yeah, my body hates liquor, man. Yeah, you know, like, I used to love it. I used to drink. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. And most of the time I didn't drink because I wanted to drink. I drink and do something to numb myself or whatever. Almost sees it out in bed and dark. Oh, bro, I've got drunk and stolen cars. I've got drunk and got on a fucking motorcycle naked. Like, I don't even want to go there. No water. Yup, cool. Looks like my research is pretty accurate. Dope, bro. Geez, exactly, Chris. No on the head. 0 beers. Noah. Hi, Noah. Lieutenant stopped drinking water after being with you and started put. That's Jack. I'll retell that story another time. I might actually do a fucking video on it tomorrow.
Dan.
Yeah, old LT Dan. I'm gonna show him what it's like to fucking understand what it's like to be a soldier. It sounds like I was being a prick, and I was, but it made him such a better officer. He will treat his soldiers with so much more respect, and he'll get a closer relationship, and it'll make him better. I had a couple of drinks a couple of weekends ago, only because it was someone's 70th, yep. And they had a tab on the bar, giddy up. I was drinking those Krakens and, oh, dude, those Krakens are good, actually. I had them last Christmas, wasn't it? That guy that came around, remember, thought he was lying, he's doing that almost stolen valor, going, oh, we're fighters, aren't we, Chris? Drinking that piss, do you remember that? At my sister's place, I had to tell him to shut the fuck up and get out.
Yep.
Stolen valor. You ever heard of that guy, Stolen valor? I know you have, Jordan. But the Krakens dries, they go down smooth. Yeah, they do. They did. That's what.
I can't believe I did that. You've got the other one in there. Is that your number?
Hey?
Is that your number?
No, that's our ECM, what we get paid for. Shockwave. Hi. That's a cool name, Shockwave. Daniel Gaming. Hey, bruv. Hey, bruv. Nah, it's tough love. 65 days and I was still dirty. I couldn't believe. Good to see you follow Aussie. Yeah. Fucking oath, mate. There's a couple of flags there for you, bro, in my living room. I got them all over me. I got them on my arm, on my fucking chest. I'm fucking love Aussie, bro. I'm a patriot. You won't get anyone more patriotic than me, man.
The others will tell you it's a bit of a pussy, though.
Hey? But yeah. Mel says, I'm a pussy, though. If you tell Lieutenant Dan, you need the story about the van too. Oh man, that's what I mean. There's been plenty of times where, that's equivalent to drink driving, right? If I did that in a pub, got into a van blind, and then did a burnout, blew the tyres up, and fought everybody around me, and went to bed, mate, you'd see yourself at court in the morning, right? It's just because I'm on an army base, there's no coppers. I had to deal with MPs, but fuck MPs. What was that? I missed that. Who do you go for in the NRL? Townsville Cowboys, mate. I was up there in 1995 when they made the team. I was there for their first game. When Ian Robertson was playing, front row. And then we got to the grand final in 2005. And it was a hard slog for 10 years, but we finally got the grand final in 2015. Mate, Jonathan Thurston, he deserves that, eh? But I'm not religious with it now. Like, I don't even think I've watched much this year, mate. I'm really into MotoGP. I love motorcycles, mate, motorcycle racing. Nice, I'll go for Parramatta, yeah. Yeah, my cousin's a cowboy, his Bulldogs. Someone in here was a hardcore Parramatta fan, they said earlier. But I will, Jack, the van story. Yeah. Fuck, that's 2 hours gone already, look. I was feeling like a little bit knackered at 10. I was like, I might go on for an hour. And now look at me, I'm ready to fucking get the fuck. Feel it pumping through me. I love talking about this stuff, man. And like I was talking about something with my son today that I totally forgot when I stole the Caduceus Cup. This is a running event where all these units come to. There's like 2,000 dudes and all these supported running teams, and then we all get on the piss, mate, at the end of it. And then the people that won the Caduceus Cup, standing there like, they're the best team. And the boys are like, oh, God, I dare to go and steal the Caduceus Cup. And all the lads are like, nah, fuck it, I want that heat, because once you steal the Caduceus Cup, you're going to have 20, 30 dudes chasing you. And everyone's going, nah. And I went, fuck this, I'm going to go and fucking steal it. And I went up to old mate, I'm like, hey, mate, I've never really won this. Can I just have a look? And as soon as he gave it to me, bro, I fucking... And all my mates are like, fucking leg it, cunt. I'll turn around and there's like 20, 30 dudes chasing me, but it's night time and I'm in the lights of the pub, so I'm running into the darkness. Once I got into the darkness, I took a hard left and we'll sleep on the golf course at Kabbalah, so I ran down, met one of the corporals down there, Arch. He threw it in the bottom of his sleeping bag and rolled it up, and then I legged it back up to the boozer. And they're all running around, they're like, where's the fucking... And we had this big inflatable pool full of, like jelly crystals, and it was at the end of a slide, so you'd land in this stuff, but in the end, guys were in there with just their shorts on, and I jumped in there, they all jumped in, and we started fucking fighting in that. And they're all like holding me down with the MPs, where is it? We're serious now, fucking cunt, where the fuck is it? I'm like, fuck you. It's in my bed, cunt. And I didn't give it to them till the morning. I'd stayed up all night getting smashed. I bet whoever had the keys to that van was spewing it. I had the keys. On that course, Jack, I was seeing a soldier. I was a Lance Corporal. All the others are diggers. So they went, "You're the Lance Corporal. We'll give you the keys." Because that was when I was doing that advanced rigging course. I was driving out to Hoppers Crossing. Because whenever we do like courses like that, we go to the civilian TAFE. And we wear civilians and we just go like 10 cunts will just go in there and we just fucking smash the whole course out. So they gave the keys to me to get the soldiers there. So I had them. I was in bed. I got up for this. Oh, Jack, are you working tomorrow, mate? If not, who gives a fuck? 100%. Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought I can just sleep in, but I don't want to miss, like, in the morning, all the 420 guys go hard, you know, like, I was just watching Matt race around Bathurst this morning, having a great time. Jordan. Nah, next week, but yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was hoping to go on today. I was talking to Mel. I was like, when the hell is Jack going, mate? I was like, I was concerned for you. I just wanted you to get it, you know? Yeah, so. And I still haven't even told you about what you asked me, like the best thing in training when we did that massive multi-fire onto that island with naval gunship fire. We had fast air, we had warthogs, we had gunships, we had artillery, we had mortars, we had direct fire support weapons with fucking M60s. Bro, it was one of the most craziest things I've ever seen. And we're just all hitting this one spot about a K in, like an island, a K off the coast. Man, it was fucking unreal. You know, and then you've got infantry battalions too around us dug in. And they're all firing their rifles. So you've got this massive force of fire into one spot, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And be the part of that, man, you get a fucking battle hard on, bro. You're in a pit and you're fighting, you fucking trace around going over, you're hearing artillery coming, and fucking mountains blowing up in front of you, bro. And you're feeling the heat off the shockwave every time it goes. It's fucking awesome, man. You should write these topics as you talk live so you... I know. Like, mate, I've still got lots of stuff to tell you about the School of Infantry. Like, when I was learning how to throw grenades, one of the guys at the School of Infantry threw it and it fell out the back of his hand and clipped off. And they both dived. The section commander never got hit. But, I can't remember the young fella's name, mate. He was in my section only for that platoon, but yeah, he got fragged in the thigh, in the back of his hammy, his calf, and on his webbing. You know the army water bottles we drink, and you see those metal canteens that slip inside them? He had that metal canteen on that, and a piece of shrapnel went through the cups canteen, through the water bottle, through the other side of the cups canteen, and lodged it into his kidney. And that was at the School of Infantry. Like, I haven't even gone into that stuff yet. Just rewatch them, man. Yeah, I know, and I think of stuff during the day, like, I want to do a whole thing on me being an RI, the shit I saw as a recruit instructor. Like I said, I G'd a guy up so much when I was teaching them how to fight with bayonets. And then we're running up to the bayonet assault course and they keep them fired up. And I'm like, what makes the grass grow? Blood, blood, blood. What are we going to do to the enemy? And they'd go, kill, kill, kill. What makes the grass grow? Blood, blood. And just pumping them. And then they hit the bayonets. This guy, he'd been in prison. And he grabbed his fucking bayonet. And I said, what makes the grass grow? Let's go. And he goes, blah, 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 blah. And grabbed his fucking bayonet and cut him. Well, what the fuck, you dick? Straight away, two dudes in the front row started throwing up. It's the first time they've seen that amount of blood. They're like, ugh. Thought they'd take him straight away from the recruits. And he goes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm like, look, brother. That's self-harm, and that's fucking... I can't have a soldier that's loose like that, mate. You're not suited for the army, you're gone. Bang. Took him straight down to Sykes, and he was out 2 days later. I can't have guys like that. You got to fucking... I want you to G it up. I remember controlled. I want you to feel that fucking rage. But you're maintaining that rage, and you focus it, When you get to that target, you release. Holy fuck. Dude, that's just one thing. Like I said, the story on the mate that found the guy that sold all the concrete in business, and I had him in as a machine gun on a really hot day in Wagga Wagga in outback New South Wales, mate. Really hot, it was like 40 degrees, man, in the summertime. And I've got these guys like at 1 o'clock going up an escarpment, mate. That was it's too steep to drive a vehicle up, So it's like, it's very steep and scuffing. We call it Heartbreak Ridge. And I'm watching my other section commanders because you've got to do it too, so it's hard, right? They've walked around it, and I'm like, fucking. And my scouts start to walk around. I'm like, oi, I'll show you where you're going. And I put my rifle when when the scout tells me, look, which direction I'm going, because you're not walking on the bearing. The scouts, I don't want them worrying about that. I need them, they're my eyes and ears. I need them looking out 150, 25. And you don't scan the way you read a book. You know how you read a book left to right? When you're scanning the field, you look right to left. Because when you scan the opposite way, things stick out a lot more. That's just another topic for young fellas. Yeah, so he started having a lead foot to walk around the mountain, and he looks back at me, and I'm like, fucking straight forward, cunt. And they're up, and they're halfway up, and I could see the heat illness starting to happen on that Roberts guy that sold all his shit, and he's got a machine gun, 14, 15 kilos, man. It's really awkward, too. And I want him right there. I'm like, fucking stay on my shoulder, cunt. Stay on. And he keeps dropping back. I'm like, get my fucking machine gun up. And then he just collapses, and I'm like, fuck, everyone, take a knee, face out. I run over and go, what the fuck's going on? He's like, I don't know, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just fried. I'm like, fucking maintain. I said, shut the fuck up. Stop being emotional right now. Grab a grip. Right, control that. What the fuck's the matter? And he's like, and then you could see he just got calm with himself. He got a hold of himself. He got himself a fucking gut of water. He got like a second intake. He's laying on his back. He looks over to me and he goes, I think I just fucking found myself. I said, dude, just fucking show me. Get the fuck up and get that gun to my left. Let's go. And bro, every day after that, he got better and better and better till he was one of the best recruits I ever had. Recruit Roberts, he ended up going to water transport, mate, shooting guns on boats. Jack, I'm only good at moderating in chats, bro, but what I would do if it was my channel is just type in on YouTube how to chop lives up to make videos. I have done that, but you've got to watch your whole live, and then you're like, did I really want to hear that? And I don't like the way the stories sound, so I don't know. Oh shit, I better go back a bit here. Oh shit. Jordan, Chris isn't sure how to do it, maybe. I have looked at it because you showed me, you sent me that link, Jack. I was like, and I started watching my own live back, and I'm just like, fucking, how do you, what, really? I've got to watch 5. I'm good at editing videos, bro, if you ever need a video done, Chris. How do I fucking do that? Can I give you, like, access to my account or some shit like that so you can just come in and help me with that? I've noticed there's a thing that says permissions and it says invite. That's different than moderator, isn't it? I don't know. Made that ISIS ambush clip with the truck and the Iraqi MG operator first person view. In one day. Adam Cameron. Hey, legend. Out in the field now. Cheers for the bedtime stories. You're out in the field now? What are you, in the military? With tribute to us, AU, Iraqi forces and the index. Yeah, bro. Jack, I'm only good at moderating in chats, bro. What I would do if I was moderating. I just read that. No. Hey, Zip. Do you know any bloke by the name of Jared from Townsville? He spent years in the military. Oh, man. I don't want to be... But, nah, man. I mean, when you're a soldier in Townsville, there's 5,000 soldiers. And then in your battalion, there's 900 fighting soldiers. And then you're broken down into fighting companies of bunches of 80. And then within that 80, you're broken down to bunches of 30. So you know that 30 really good. And you might even get to know that 80 in the Charlie Company. But you might not know the guys in Delta and Bravo Company that well because they're doing their own thing. But to know somebody from another unit on the base, one of the other 5,000 soldiers, that's rare, you know. It's hard. So it's, you know, it's like it's like when I don't even know how to use the example, but it's a hard one because a lot of people say that. Oh, you know, my cousin was in Townsville. Do you know this guy? And you're like, not unless he was directly around, you know, my influence, my group that I was paying out self-inflicted wound for. Mate, it wasn't it was just what goes through your mind, right? You get rid of a dude like that. Why the fuck would you want to cut yourself like that? What are you trying to do? I don't know. Because he's trying to look at me like I'm tough, can I? I'm like, bro, wrong toughness. Why did you do that? You just become a fucking weak link, mate. And it's a training environment, bro. Settle the fuck down. This is your first time. Fucking hit the target. What an Aussie legend, bro. Who's that? Bane? Yeah. No, he's not a legend, bro. He's a fucking dickhead for doing that. You know what I mean? The minute you hurt yourself like that and you're bleeding, you just become, as a leader, I can't have you doing that. I can't have you taking my man's resources because you're a fucking idiot and cut yourself like that. That's just my point of view being raw. So I'm not having to go on anyone. That's just because in the army, there's no time for pussyfooting. And when you go through your basic and your training, you get used to that. You know, I'm not here to ask and say please. I'm not here to go, can you please get your pack and walk that 20 Ks? No. Can't get your fucking pack, get in line, patrol your arcs. Let's fucking go. But that's the way it's got to be, right? We're soldiers, man. I don't know. Some people haven't been in that environment. They think, I don't know if I could deal with someone telling me what to fucking do. It's not like they're telling you how to fucking do. It's a mission and you're receiving an order. And you have to act on that order. It's not like I feel like, hey, I want to fuck with you today, and guess what? You're going to grab your pack and you're going to fucking do this because I want you to hurt. It's not like that. It's like, let's get our fucking pack and let's fucking go. You know?
I just found some goodies.
And you and the boys. Oh wow! Look at that drawing Mel just found. Sarah, my daughter did, man. Isn't that cool? That's how talented my daughter is. I was showing you guys some of her stuff before. That's wicked. I haven't even seen that one. Could you email me any footage you want edited and let me email? What do you mean? I'm not. Well, I've got to go into a bro and let me know what style of the video. I appreciate it, big, but I didn't even know. Editing is easy as Microsoft Clipchamp on desk. See, I have a phone and I have a smart TV and a tablet, and my daughter's taken the laptop, so
He's fucked.
he can download the video and email. Anything, happy to help and support the channel. Yeah, cheers, man. I really do appreciate it.
Huh? That's you when you come back from that.
Here you go. Here's a photo of me when I got back from the GAN. Fucking look at that. Fighting fit, mate. Ready to kill.
Bigger boobs than me.
Just got back. That's when I was benching 180 kilos. He's too hyped up.
Go on.
For me, remain composed. I'm always composed, mate. Just because because I speak or I speak directly, I'm still very composed, mate.
That's the night I ate hot nuts and nearly died.
Except for when I talk, I want my voice to be invigorating. I want my men to find motivation through my motivation and discipline. That brings their level up. And only like that from being around shit leaders. Not as good as almost necking yourself. Space Nerd, I like that. Space Nerd 420, that's cool. Hi. Can't compose a tech. Can't, what's that? Can't what? Can't compromise. No, that's right. And that's what I mean. When you look at it and you go, I couldn't be told what to do. But it's not about you. That's the beauty of the army. It's not about you. It's about the team. It's what's good for the team. And you have to think in that frame. You can't think about, fuck, I'm doing that picket while they're all sleeping. No, bro. Look at it from the point of view that your mates get to have a rest while you guard their lives. Not they all sleeping while I get the picket. How about you look from the point of view, you have the honour to protect those men while they're sleeping. Just change the thought process. Can't play games with the bayonet either. Oh yeah, I'll fuck you up with the bayonet, bro. They're telling you how to survive for the soldier's personal growth and benefit. That's right. 100. Space Nerd 420, welcome to the chat. If you haven't subscribed, please don't. Thanks, Jordan. I appreciate that, bro. No worries, bro. You'll figure it out. Who, me? Oh, boy. Oh, I was thinking of maybe just doing shorts. Maybe what you said, watching them back and just have my notebook and maybe just go, oh, that story, and then maybe do a short or like a 10-minute video on that story maybe, and then retell it rather than trying to clip. Oh, I fucking hate that crap. Bro was ripped.
Remember when we
That's what 9 months in a war zone does, bro.
we picked you up from the international airport and the kids didn't want to touch us?
Yeah, when Mel and the kids first saw me, when they were picking me up from the international airport, and it was my first day back in Australia, the kids didn't want to come near me. They didn't know who I was. They, like when I first got back from Iraq, mate, Josh didn't even want to. My son, he was 1, nearly 2, and for like 2 weeks, mate, he wouldn't come near me. I scared him. You know how that is as a father when you come back, man. It was hard to deal with. And then when 2010 I came back, Sarah was 10 and Josh was 8, and it was the same deal, mate. We were walking from the airport to the car, and they're like distance, looking at me like, like, who's that? What? Look at this dude. Who? We know that's Dad, but it's not Dad, and then I've got to deal with fucking, like you're out of the war zone now, and now I'm just just walking from the airport and you're just looking at how different and culture shock. It's massive culture shock, man. It fucks with your head, bro.
Josh was so little, he didn't even remember what he looked like.
And I'm fucking with my kids too, and then they just get used to me. Bang, I'm off training again. I'm gone again, But we've got to make the sacrifice for our country. We've got to fight for our country, right? Well, I've got to anyway. I had to. As long as I could for anyway, until they fucking said, you've had enough. How you going, Chris? I'm late, but caught the live tonight. Dead-Eye Donny, mate. Appreciate it. You're always there, man. It's good to see you. I was late too, mate. I was meant to start at like fucking 7:30, and then I pushed it back to 9. I had a family thing I had to deal with, bro, but we're here now, and I've been getting G'd up, and I've been drinking coffee, and look at me. Plus, I don't like to be just sat here. That's why I get passionate, I suppose. Watching each other's back, keeping each other breathing, bro. Yeah, man, it's the best. I used to love it. I used to, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we've been walking and patrolling all day. And as soon as it's sunbreak, we're up and we're patrolling 40 Ks again till we even get to the next night. I'm going to be doing that for day after day. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, when they're all sleeping and they've had working the same, and you think, fuck, man, I need some kip. But then you don't need some kip. Let them sleep and you protect them. But we'll get our turn. It's not like I'm doing it every night. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be sleeping and someone's going to be watching my back. And while you're sleeping, you've got to be able to have trust. Is that guy going to sit there and look into the darkness for 2 hours, or is he going to fucking sleep? Because the worst thing you can do, the worst crime you can do, is fall asleep on a picket. I found recruits asleep on picket. Oh my God. I'd fucking detonate on their ass so that they understand you've just committed the worst crime that a soldier can commit, which is when you're in a dangerous environment where the enemy is imminent and you're on picket and you fall asleep. You only do that once. I'll get you away with it once. If you're a trained soldier in an infantry battalion, do that, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You don't have the discipline to sit there and stay awake.
That would have been me.
That's the difference between a wannabe and a professional. It does, Adam Cameron. That's exactly right. We all have our roles. That's what I'm saying. All the way down to the last guy who you think is like the guy that's peeling the potatoes. I need that guy to peel the potatoes so we can get carbohydrates to do what we do. You know what I mean? He's so important to the mission. I used to have soldiers go, they're there for us. Shut the fuck up. No, they're not. We're all here for each other. Don't get that I'm better than them complex. Okay? Because we need him. We need them. And he's serving his fucking country, just like you. All right? So shut up and appreciate it. That's what I used to hate it when people, I'm better than them complex. No way. And the people that served and never went to a war zone, they are veterans. Through and through. Don't take that away from them. It's not their fault they didn't go to war. They wanted to, but they just didn't. They're still veterans. The people that go to war, they're just returned service veterans or war veterans. But you still do your time, your 4 years or 6 years, and you don't get to deploy. Hey, that's not your fault. You're still a veteran and you deserve that. You signed up, you did the training, you were prepared to go. That's what matters. I'm better than nobody, especially my Australian citizens. I'm not better than them because they're making the country go. I get back here, look at me, I'm a fucking useless idiot. I rely on everybody. I rely on truckers for fuel. I rely on veggies for my, I rely on the meat market. I'm useless, But hopefully I did enough in my 22 years to keep everybody back here safe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I reckon that's the best way. My one short about God was 5 seconds, 50 likes overnight, 3,000 views in 3 days. My one short about God. Okay. If you could bench 180 then could you bench? If you could bench 180 could you bench? I can't bench that now. No way. I went down not long ago, man. I pushed 120 up, no wuckers. No worries. So, I mean, after a bit of training, I'll be there in no time. Like, I still got the size. I'm fucking 5'10", 5'11", 105 kilos at the moment. In that photo, I was, I think I was about 98. But I've got a bit more fat on me now, I'm chilled, I'm not going crazy. And that's tough, mate. Phoenix, Australia's lads. I'm Aussie myself. Hey, Phoenix, that's a cool name. I like that. Hard situation with the family. That's what I mean, and that's why I need you to understand Mel's side of the story. Because without her, how could I do that? How could I do that? You know what I mean? I've seen so many soldiers where their wives are just giving them a hard time. Oh, you're going bush for the 6 weeks. You don't have to fucking deal with the kids, do you? You're fucking lucky. And they just have this fight over that. Mel never did that. Or it's like, oh, babe, I want to go to Townsville. She's like, what? I've been working here and I've got all my girlfriends here and the kids are in school. What do you fucking mean we're going to Townsville? I'd see that, and Mel would just be like, let's go. And then 2 years later, I'm like, I need to go to Perth. Let's go. Then I'm like, I need to go to Kapuka now and be an RI and do my shit at Wagga Wagga. Let's go. I got ya. I got the kids. I got your back every fucking day, mate. You don't understand how lucky I had. And I was trying to get them to teach that to the other young ladies that your husband isn't, or your boyfriend isn't just a normal guy. He is, but his life's completely different. And you got to remember, we're on, like, when you're online to go to war, you can't be more than an hour and a half away from your base and you can't be intoxicated. So when you're online, you can't drink or do anything because at any minute, any time of the day, they'll call you in, we've got to get our kit, get on the plane and go. And so the most hectic fighting styles, like we used to do Krav Maga and Muay Thai. Yeah, Muay Thai, but Krav Maga is more like striking, unarmed combat striking, like to the eyes and to the throat. Like, that's why people go, oh, it doesn't work in the UFC. It's because in the UFC, you're trying to strike to the jaw, and to the eye socket, and to the lobar here, and to the liver, and to the kidneys. In war, I'm trying to fucking stop you from breathing. I need you not to take breath anymore, so I'm going to attack your throat and your eyes. And practice that. Fucking oath. That's the difference between when we're learning to do unarmed combat and fighting sports. They're fighting to knock someone out, and they know they've got a referee there. They can't get too hurt. So we got to go past that. As arrogant as that sounds, I'm not comparing myself to a UFC fighter by any means. But what I'm saying is we're in a different frame of mind. I'm not just fighting this guy to win. You know what I mean? It's my life against his. So we have to take it differently, and we have to strike differently. Yeah, bro, don't sleep on the job. Fuck no, mate. Mel, I would have fell asleep. Bong guy, did I? Straight up, different time. Shout out to Spudley. Yeah, I love Spudley. 22 years, thanks. No worries, mate. That's my whole life, bro. Mate, I was in Baghdad before you were in your dad's bag. I've been trying to say that to someone. Told you, man. Dude. 2,000, yeah, not about, I don't know about 2,000, yeah, 200, yeah, that's right. I don't care. I'm not really worried about the growth. I'm not really worried about monetization or any of that. What I want to do is I want to try and motivate young men. I want to try and motivate them to join the army. I'm telling a lot of stuff that probably think, fuck that, going through that. But like, it makes you who you are and tough as you are and all the stuff that you think you're not, you are. I know you are. You're no different to me. We're no different. We're born in Australia, we're Australians. We might have slightly different upbringings, but we're the fucking same. And you could fucking do anything I can do. Trust me. I'm not I'm not special. I'm not fucking special, bro. I'm not. Like you get sometimes people like, oh, you're a legend, you're this. I'm like, I'm not a legend. I'm not. I'm not fucking anything. I'm just a dude who did his job. Like you guys do your jobs. You know? But because we go overseas and fight in wars, man, you know, we get respected, I suppose. I mean, some people don't. Some people fucking like, oh, you went to war? Yeah, that's disgusting, you know. I've had that. I'm like, thanks. But I don't hold a grudge against them. They're entitled to do that. I stand on the moral high ground. I go to war to fight for the freedoms so people can come back and say, fuck you and you going to war. That's why I go, so he can have the freedom to say that to me or to anyone. That's what's fighting for our freedom and our ideas. I don't fight for my ideologies. No, my ideologies or my beliefs are irrelevant. I'm a custodian. I'm a custodian of the Australian Defence Force and the Anzac tradition. I'm a custodian of Australia and its citizens, and I am to protect its ideologies and its freedoms and its political parties and the citizens there within. That's what I want to do. That's what I was doing. And, you know, I got to put my flag. How many of you guys get to wear the fucking flag every day on your uniform? Come on. It might mean nothing to you, but I've seen the bestest of men killed wearing that fucking flag, bro. And then you know what we do? We put them in a coffin and we get a fucking even bigger flag and we fucking cover that coffin in a flag. And then we line the runway and we bring them out. If it's in Tarangout, we bring them out of Tarangout, and every fucking soldier that's in TK, we line up and we salute that dead soldier. And he gets put onto a C-130 and then he's returned to Dubai where he's put in a morgue. Then he's sent to where his next of kin is. And his wife or his loved ones will be told what happened to him. He'll be put on the news. And then he'll be buried in an Australian flag.
Yeah, I wonder where your death photo is.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you guys. I just got serious because the flag means a lot. It means a lot to me.
Unless you're American and they swap you for cocaine.
Yeah. But I'm not a vibe. Like you can, like I said, you can call me, oh, you fucking idiot in the car park. You can't. I'll fucking kill you. Shut the fuck up. But if you get in my grid space, in my face, it's on. If you insult my wife, then that's just fucking end of X. And the only other thing is if you're burning the flag. If I see you fucking burn the flag or stand on the flag, I'm coming over. I'm coming over till you let you know what I think about the flag, that's for fucking sure. Especially when I've seen so many good, hard, staunch men die wearing that flag, and you're gonna fucking burn it in front of me? I don't fucking think so. I don't fucking think so. I mean, think what you want of that. Night, brother, I'm off it. Night, Jack. I'm here, mate. Look at me. I'm still fucking fired up as fuck. I love it. Fucking respect. The mental scarring of war is the only thing that some won't be able to handle, especially taking someone's life or seeing civilians being slaughtered. Yeah. It depends on how you look at the situation, though. You know, it's a lot of violence, but you expect it, though. You know what I mean? It's like you can't.
And you've got to be careful too, because it can be second-hand.
Huh?
It can be second-hand trauma, like fucking PTSD.
I think the worst of it, Jordan, is people with it's like a guilt PTSD. It's like, why me? Why didn't I die? Why did they die? Why do I get to live and they don't? You know, they struggle with that. Like, what the fuck? That guy was better than me. He sees himself, you know, he was one of the guys I looked up into my section. He's dead. Why did I survive? Guys wrestle with that. Guys wrestle with kids being destroyed. You know, when you're seeing kids get destroyed, that's hard for anyone to take. But grown men and women and that, and I don't know. I just desensitized to it, mate. Like I said, it wasn't the blood and the guts. The smells were pretty Like when you got somebody's ripped open, they've been hit with an IED, and half of their intestines are smouldering, and that smell and the smell of blood and iron can be overwhelming. And you remember, I'm taking half a pint of blood out of my arm to give to this guy too, so there's a lot going on. But it's more the impact, like seeing the detonation, like with an IED. When I saw that Afghan National Police hit that fucking IED, it was the detonation, the feeling of the heat and the wave, and that vehicle going 20 feet and doing like a forward somersault, and that was more like holy fuck, like holy fuck. But then you see the mangled bodies in that, and I'm not really worried about that. I'm like, fuck, that car just got sent 20 fucking feet. It's a fucking, it's like a highlights. Crazy, man. But some people struggle with the violence. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like my PTSD now is when I go to sleep, I dream of the Taliban shooting my fucking son in the mouth every night. That's why I struggle with sleep and shit, boys and girls. So I have a question before I go. So I know with the Air Force that when in Oz the flag is light blue and overseas it's dark blue. Why is that? No, I don't think it's dark blue overseas. It is light blue. And the navies, you'll probably see they'll have a white ensign, like the flag is white with the Australian flag. I don't know why the navy do it white. They'd have a whole thing, but I've nothing to do with the navy. Ask me anything navy. Don't know ships and water. I know guns and land, helicopter, and the RAF. Oh, the RAF. The Royal Australian Air Force, bro. They're hard to work with, mate. They're like civilians in a uniform. They're not well disciplined because they don't really do anything. They just hang around airports. Like when we go to Afghan, I don't want to, like I said, no one's better than anybody, but the Air Force deployed in Dubai. They're in Dubai for that whole time, and they're knocking off at 4 o'clock, getting into civilians and taking cars and going shopping in the mall. That's cool if you have that ability to fucking use it. But they're still getting the same medals as the guys in Afghanistan, so think of that as what you want, mate. I don't care. So I have a question. Whip it out. Whip what out? Fuck, dude, can't really comprehend that till it happens to you. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for sharing, Chris. Yeah, no, that's all good, man. Like and Jag. No offense. That's right, the flag means a lot. Even if you don't agree with the politics in the country, I can't stand most of the fuckers. But you're right, the flag is something that has history and pride. Mate, it is. That's what scares me. I think to have true freedoms, we need to be a constitutional republic, and in the Constitution, that's where citizens get their true rights. Right? As a democracy, it's like you got freedoms, but we really don't. We don't have freedom of speech. Because if you go and say hate speech, you get arrested. Whereas freedom of speech includes hate speech, right? That's why it sucks. We don't have freedom to carry guns to protect, our assets and our families. That's taken away from us. And to make it better, we need to be a constitutional republic, but then the flag has to change, and that's where I've got a drama, because the bestest of best men that's ever lived and served fucking died with that flag wrapped around them, so I can't see the flag change. Respect to all the servicemen and women. That's right. Bloody oath. JK, sorry. What's that, babe?
Except the pussers.
Except the Navy. Fucking, we call them pussers. Fucking pussers, and they call us. We all hack on each other because we're the different services, right? But when we all come together, nobody's better than everybody. Everyone needs to do their thing. I mean, we need the RAFies at Dubai in the airport, but we need that to happen. We need to make sure those Hertz that are driving us over into fucking Afghan and the MSR is sweet. All the water and food that's coming into our war zone comes into there. So the RAFi have to dig that into Afghanistan. So they're extremely important. It's just, it's hard when you're doing it so hard over there, and you come back and you see these people getting into civilians and getting their wallet and they get on the bus and going to town. You're like, it's just different. That's all. But like I said, if I could do that, I'd fucking do it, man. It's sick. Not a fan of the ocean. No way. I don't know which one it is, but look at that World War II story, that when they all sunk, there's like 4,000 soldiers or 2,000, sailors And then the sharks came, and there was a shark frenzy, and one in every two soldiers died. And listened to their mates get mauled by sharks.
Yeah.
Go join the Navy.
It didn't take them long either, because there were sharks from like 6,000 kilometres away.
That's right, smelling the food, that's right. Those people have to, got a lot of time to consider. No way, mate. Yeah, wow. Yeah, oh, yeah. And then what about the Japanese when they were in the islands in World War II, when they were coming down north through Papua New Guinea to come and hit us through towns, through the top of Bamaga and Darwin? They had maintained themselves on that island. They'd ate all the animals, and there's saltwater crocs there, so none of the saltwater, they went into this like hibernation mode because they had no food. And then we took the attack to them, and they ran through this swamp, 1,000 Japanese soldiers, and there's like 500 or 600 of them got eaten by crops, and all they could hear was the snapping and screaming and random shots of these Japanese getting mauled by saltwater crocs, bro. That would have been pretty hardcore to hear. But fuck them, you know what they were doing? You know what they were doing? They were fucking pinning us naked to trees, man. Putting shit on us so all the ants and that would bite us, man. And then driving bamboo through their fingernails and through the eye of their penis, man. That's what you get. You're going to get a crocodile eat you if you do that to an Australian. Pearl Harbor, exactly. And the Navy laugh out bunch of horses, hoofs, poofs. That's right. You can have a joke, bro. You know, that's what we say, you know. All these sailors running around in the boat.
They all know in the end.
No, but they're badass. Like an aircraft carrier, bro. When you're standing on the dock and you're looking at an aircraft carrier, you're looking at it looks like a fucking building on its side, a fucking 50-story building on its side. There's 5,000 people on an aircraft carrier. 5,000 people. That's a whole community.
What about the story of those two brothers?
Yeah, there's a story of the two brothers that went away and did different naval training and then ended up on the same aircraft carrier doing different jobs, sending letters home to their mother, not realising they were on the same ship until, like, you know, they worked it out.
Maybe 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years or something. Yeah, I had a Navy family member in England, yeah. Fuck the Navy.
Fuck the Navy.
I mean, respect them, but we're not meant to be on the water, eh? We don't do good on the water, bro, I don't.
Plus patrol boats smell funny and the noise is fuck.
Yeah, and with the soldier, at least I've got an ET drill, bro, so I can start digging. I've got bullets and I know how to defend ground. I know how to use, you know, I know how to use my machine. I know how to use everything, and I know how to dig. I'll dig in like a tick, mate. And like I said, you may find me dead, but I'll be covered in brass. Reckons the radiation on the ship made him feel real sick. Yeah, that's a real thing, mate. Some of those like HF antennas, high frequency. See, most of radio communications is like not point to point, but it's like it sends out a frequency out like lineagely, whatever you call it, one way, and then an aerial receives that frequency, right? All the way up to VHF, so VHF, UHF, very high, ultra high, satellite comms. It's all direct, right? HF comms, high frequency, is the best to use because what it does is it signals straight up, it hits the ionosphere, and then comes around the ionosphere like that, and nearly encompasses the whole globe. So you can get a HF radio frequency anywhere, just about anywhere. And we used to practice all the time getting hooked up and talking to the South African army at different times, and then we'd be speaking to these people by using HF communications.
I want to get walkie-talkies for them.
Reckons radio, yeah. Or the sonar or something. Yeah, no, mate. Well, a lot of the guys that work around high frequency VHF antennas, notice that a lot of them have only girls when they have babies. It's almost like the the chromosomes that the boys are getting fried because they're sleeping to these really intense radio. Like if they're that intense, if you accidentally touch it while it's transmitting, it's like touching a hot plate. It will just burn straight to your bone. Like you have no idea. High power frequency. Have you seen the short about the shock test on the American aircraft carrier that dropped the bomb right near it just to test? Mate, that's what I mean. The Americans, you know what? If the whole world combined, all of Europe, Russia, Ukraine, the whole Middle East, Africa, China, Australia, New Zealand, we all combined, the whole world, and went against the USA, 2 weeks, mate, and the USA will own the world. We'll all be dead. America can take on the whole world. I'm telling you right now. I've seen their war machine. I've seen their war machine in Iraq, and then I watched them fine tune that shit, mate, over the next 21 years. And you got to remember, they've got 10 aircraft carriers that the rest of the world don't even have. There's 11 aircraft carriers, and 7 of those are American, 2 are Russian, 3 are Chinese, but they're being refitted, which were Russian yachts or like
Casinos.
Russian casinos. They're now being transitioned into aircraft carriers. The British have one, and we have one, and they're just the little ones, and then 7 of the American, and then there's
Two.
the real big aircraft carriers. There's 11 of them, and they're all American. Look, I've seen these things, and an aircraft carrier comes with a whole destroyer group, like 10 other boats that protect the aircraft carrier. And that aircraft carrier can just deliver. One aircraft carrier would destroy a country in, as long as it takes to fly and drop the ordnance. They've got B-52 bomber after B-52 bomber at an island called Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. Check it out. Go to Diego Garcia so you can see where they're situated there. They've got the biggest base outside of America is in Berlin. What can they do in Berlin? They can touch every European country. They have a base in Iraq. There's still 2,700 Marines in Iraq. Why do they have a base in Iraq? Because they can touch Iran, Syria, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain. Okay, you think, where's the next biggest one? Oh, we bombed Japan, so we better put an air base in Okinawa. Oh, Okinawa. Now I can reach out and destroy Korea, China, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia. You got to understand, and now they're taking over. If you own the airspace, you dominate the battle space. Now they're taking over the atmosphere. They're taking over the satellite systems, man. I'm telling you, the Yanks are not to be fucked with. I'm telling you right now.
And you can't militarize Antarctica. But they're there, man.
That's right. You can't. And Antarctica has been like a what do you call it? A treaty where it's not to be militarized. So what do America do? They go down there and militarize it.
And that's what Diego Garcia.
Some of those tests were. Did you ever operate drones? I didn't operate them, but I was controlling the video feeds. Yeah, 100%. At one stage, I had the video feed to every drone in Afghan, mate. I was seeing some crazy shit go down. I'll give you the drum. I'll tell you this one time about this this guy that had a couple of AK-47s, and we've been told this village, you know, if there's anyone, men, after dark, moving around, we're going to take them as Taliban enemy, and we're going to kill you. So don't move around after dark. If we see anybody digging a hole outside, other than around their house outside, we're going to assume you're building an IED, and we are going to kill you. Don't dig. All right. And this guy's smuggling AK-47s after dark, and the Yanks have the Spectre gunship. It's a Herc 130 with all these artillery pieces hanging out of it, and they started hitting this dude. And he's running these big, like, fig trees outside this village. There's like 7 of them. And they've just hit him with 155, 105 artillery, right? This one dude. I don't know how he fucking survived. And we're like, oh, I said, that dude just got fucking cooked. And we're looking on the screen. I've got this massive big screen, right? HD, 4K. It's flicking between thermal and forward-looking infrared. The dust settles. And you see this cunt get up and he's running. I'm like, holy shit, and you just hear the Americans, fucking hit that cunt again. And he dives down next to this tree. I'm like, oh, mate, you know, he's fucked. And the dust settles. And you see him stagger and he fucking runs to the next tree. The Americans are hitting just behind him, mate. I'm like, I don't understand how this dude's not dying. He must have had blood coming out of fucking his eyes and ears and everything. And he dies at the bottom of this tree. The Americans hit this tree. The dust settles. And he gets up this time, he leaves his guns and he's just he's running to the next tree. There's 1 more tree or 2 more trees. And they hit him again and the Yanks are like, hit that gun, hit that gun. And like, boop, 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 boop. And he dives to this tree. And we're like, oh, mate, got him. And then the dust clears and he gets up and he fucking runs. And it's happened like 1 or 2 more times and he made it to the entrance of the village. And he chucked the lefty in and the Americans are like, man, That dude's going to be bleeding out of every hole he has, man. You know, he's probably going to die later on. We'll just let him go. And, you know, and this guy runs down into the village, and I was just like, holy fuck, that guy just survived. I don't even understand how he survived. So I saw shit like that all the time. It was crazy. I can't remember if those were used in Afghan. What, drones? Oh, fuck yeah, bro. We use drones everywhere.
These blimps too.
Huh?
Blimps too.
And blimps. Yeah, massive blimps. Blimps full of helium. And we'd put them up above our fobs, mate. These big blimps, they'd sit at like, I don't even know, on a steel wire rope, maybe 500 metres high or a K high. Like I'm talking, you know, so it's not hard to shoot at with rounds. And on the bottom of it, the camera systems the US had was that top secret. Nobody was allowed to use them, but like operate and get the blimp up there. But once they were up there, we could use the cameras. And we could look up a valley, like a valley in Afghanistan. And I could look at the glasses on my face inside the truck that you were driving at 20 kilometres. That's how good these camera systems were. And we had these blimps up so we could see if they were trying to form up in valley systems hiding behind mountains. And that was crazy to see that shit too. Especially Hiroshima. Yeah, Hiroshima. Same thing in there, yeah. War is brutal. Yeah, there's nothing good about war. Nothing good about war at all. Anyone that says, fuck yeah, war's awesome, mate, they're fucked in the head. It's horrible. There's nothing good about it at all.
They don't start it with America.
Yeah. If they say, I love war, you know, I live alive and I'm over there, they're just... They've gone too far over the other end now, you know. Australia has the most land in Antarctica. There's a graph. Australia has 3 areas in the treaty they occupy, right. I nearly got posted to Antarctica, actually.
Like that.
I was trying to get a posting down there because I was just trying to do everything, hey. And then, but then something else popped up and I was like, oh, fuck that.
You better go to Hawaii too.
Yeah, I nearly got posted to Hawaii for 2 years too.
I really don't want to.
They go and be embedded with the Marines, but Mel really didn't want to do that. And then I thought, fucking taking the kids out of the Australian education system, putting them in the American, that might be too much, you know, I'm doing too much. Well, yeah, they would have really, oh, bro, they were hitting him with 155, have a look how big that is, and 105. Like, is Pine Gap still important to America, or is it now obsolete? I don't know how important it is to America. But it's definitely important to us. It's a base that we use to spy on our neighbours that are threats like the Philippines and Indonesia. And the one that starts with C, China.
China.
Didn't know this, assumed drones were used a bit after 2001 era. Oh no. No way. The drones that we use are as big as aircraft, mate. Have a look on my community. I posted up a photo of one of our drones today, actually.
We sent cardboard drones.
And
to
you can,
Israel.
yeah, and you can see how the size of it. They're fucking huge. Like our drones, are not like what they're doing in Ukraine and Russia are like fucking $3,000 drone and putting a fucking like. I don't understand how they're getting away with that. We had jammers. I just jammed that drone. They wouldn't even come close to us, bro. Didn't know this. The same drones were used a bit after. Yeah, right. Yep. Alright, yeah, I was imagining those little Russian ones. Yeah, no, that's not a drone, they're toys. And it makes me sick to my stomach because I've got equipment that can stop that from happening. We had jammers on, we could jam whatever we wanted. We could jam the whole mobile phone range. Mobile phones are like from 800 hertz, don't quote me, 800 hertz to 1300 hertz. That's where mobile phones work in. And with jamming a frequency, there's nothing to it. It comes down to a power struggle, right? So a mobile phone is using, say, 830 hertz to get a signal out. And it's using, say, let's say 5 milliwatts to get that signal. If I now get that same signal and I put 6 milliwatts on that signal, mine's more power, so it'll drown that signal out, therefore jamming that signal. So whoever has the most power on that frequency wins. So what we do is we put in our jammers 800 to 1300, all frequencies, and we hook them up to vehicles. And they're jamming those frequencies continuously so quickly that as we're coming into villages, you can see 500 metres out, all their phones are starting to like this. As we're coming on, you can see where the jamming's starting to happen. And there's no way in the world you get a drone above my head and drop that shit on me, bro. No fucking way. Like, I don't understand. You got jammers to stop that drone from even flying. So I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know the US have that shit. It's disgusting. The Ukraine-Russian war is so disgusting to me. It's like New South Wales fighting Queensland. It's, do you understand? You understand that the Russians went all the way through, you know, Ukraine was a part of Russia, right? Chernobyl was Russia, the USSR. They were family. 20 years ago, these men that are killing each other would be brothers fighting side by side. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's horrible. But what's crazy is the first time anyone's really filmed fighting in trenches. But I've been keeping a good eye on the fighting in trenches and looking on, you know, like getting a full, like seeing these dudes and their discipline and the way they're fighting is fucking disgusting too. Still the rubbish everywhere and dudes just laying, like just shooting, like not really talking to each other. Like there's no, it just shows me how unprepared those armies are. Like they're not even a real army compared to how we operate.
How many times?
In those trenches, you wouldn't even fucking know we're there. And they're drinking, you seen those Russians drinking vodka at night time? Once I got that, I'm like, boys, we're not doing day ops anymore. We're going to start our night ups at 2100 because these guys are drinking vodka from 1800. We'll wait till them get about half a glass of vodka and we'll jump in their pits and let's fucking kill them. That's what I would do.
Explain to them how you guys don't even waste a bullet.
And with Australians, like you hear the Yanks say, give them a warning shot. First thing you learn as Australian soldier, we do not fire warning shots. We do not waste rounds. Every round we fucking trigger pulled is to kill somebody or to cause bad intent. We do not fire over your shoulder. We do not give you warning. We don't do any of that shit. And why would you waste 2 rounds to fire over his head when you can just go stop? And if he doesn't stop, it's fucking shooting.
And heaps of battles will come down to the last 2 rounds.
And it's poor discipline. It's poor discipline shooting over someone's head. What the fuck? You don't want to be doing that. And from the minute you pick up that rifle, you fingers on the trigger, you only pull that trigger when you want to kill or have bad intent.
Like Vietnam.
Anything that makes people think there is shit. The elites are hiding in Antarctica is all these countries come together and agreed on a treaty but can't agree with anything else. It's just, well, Jordan, you probably know Sean Ryan, the Sean Ryan podcast. If you get on there, he actually had some dudes that were embedded in Antarctica, and he reckons there's some sort of aerial or some sort of crazy thing that had like the size of dustbin lids in the ice there, and they were fucking with trying to communicate to something in space.
They used a direct energy weapon.
Yeah, direct energy weapon, and it started. Remember the Christchurch earthquakes in 2011? He reckoned it started those earthquakes. Check that out. See, I don't know what you think about that. They're crazy, boy, exactly. Yeah, fuck, it's 1 o'clock.
Don't be a pussy.
There's still 9 people here. That's what Mel's like. Don't be a pussy. You've been going all day too, Big Live. You must be getting tired, brother. I would be, but just talking about this keeps driving my adrenaline. Keeps driving my adrenaline. Some good questions, guys. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Thanks for the stream, lad. Space warfare now, that's hectic prospect. Yeah, man. Well, they really had, Americans really got it. They've got these things in the satellite systems called Metal Storm. Okay, so they've got satellite systems above North Korea, so when they decide to go, I'm going to fire a nuke. Even though people are saying, oh, they're super, they can do 7,000. Okay, cool. You can do Mach 10, I don't give a fuck. They have a satellite system that shoots it.
Look at that. I just came in. That's what Russia's using.
What's this for? Unlike many Western armies, the Russian army can't always count on having access to satellites for long-range communication, so Russians mostly rely on alternative to satellite radio, ground-based radio-bound signals off the troposphere, which is HF, the atmosphere with an average altitude of around 9 miles. This is exactly what HF is. They don't have satellite systems, then they're at a... If you don't have access to meshed satellites, you're behind the 8 ball before you even start warfare. 4 days no sleep, bro. What? How the hell? In a bit of a YouTube mania at the moment. 4 days, bro? Well done, fuck.
Definitely not.
I mean, I had a couple of hours last night. I won't probably sleep much tonight because I'm pretty fucking wide, and I'm gonna be laying, when I go lay down, I'll be like, oh, what should I do? I need to rewrite these things I wanted to talk about again and be thinking, and then I'm like, oh, It's the weekend. I don't want to miss the 420 crowd. You know, when you guys come on and chain. Cloudscape Mysterio. Oz, bro, go to sleep. Cloudscape Mysterio. I saw. Did you clip one of my clips or something? Because it came up in my, and I didn't understand what was going on. Pretty sure it might be 3 actually. You need it, brother. Nah, Cloud, haha. Thanks for looking out, bruh. Yeah, stream's too good. Hey, Justus. Hey, Cloudscape. How are you, man? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I was meant to start at 7:30, but I had a family drama, and then I didn't get going until like 10 o'clock. And I didn't think anyone would come because I had it booked and I deleted that. Then I had it booked and I couldn't get that to go live, so I deleted that. Then I went live.
I told you they were going to be pissed.
Cloudy's a bit of a night owl too. Whereabouts in Aussie are you, Cloudy? Cloudscape. That's Cloudscape Mysterio.
Plus it's Friday.
Huh?
Plus it's Friday.
Plus it's fucking Friday, bitches. You know that? What's that bloke guy with the white guy? I always love that dude in White Chicks. That real muscly black guy. AKA Insomniac, I'm guessing. It means he has trouble with sleeping, like it's an actual diagnosed thing. Chris, what combat tactics did they teach in the army? Combat tactics in a field environment, mate. In the terrain, just in general, in close quarter B in a desert. There's so many environments that we need to change our tactics to. But a lot of it is in open ground. You want a nice spread out, you know, because you're thinking of artillery and mortars. You know, if you're close together, then so you're thinking, what's the biggest artillery they can hit me? 155 has a general kill radius of about 30 meters with a secondary frag zone out to 100. So when I'm patrolling through that open country, I need to have a minimum of 50 meters between all my men, right? Just so an artillery doesn't come out and take them all out, one at best, right? But then when you move into close country, the tactics completely change now because you need command and control. When you're giving fire control orders as a leader, you need to know exactly where your men are, and you need to be able to tell them where the targets are if they don't know, because they're looking to you for guidance in the heat of that battle. So as you come into close terrain, where you put your machine guns and how you regain the initiative depends on the country. Now, close quarter battle, it's more of a 3D environment now, because as you're walking down a road, you have, if the second story windows, I've got to have someone covering the first story windows, the second story windows, and I still need to cover the street. At the same time, maintain my compass bearing, my paces, and genuine integrity and security around my team. So depending on the environment, and like if you can get in there with a vehicle, the Bushmaster, that's, you know, can take fucking 50 cal and can take 20 kilos of explosives underneath, and everyone's going to be okay. You might use that as insertion. There's different things, man. But if you give me more specific terrain or what exactly, I can tell you. I mean, I went to Kapuka as an RI. I used to teach it. Bro was on my stream at like 6 a.m. fighting off trolls. Who's that? Who was? Oh, hand to hand. Well, hand to hand, we'll never be hand to hand, bro, because even though my rifles run out of rounds, I got my rifle, which I know how to fight with, because it's as an Australian infantry soldier, it's an extension. It's just another appendage of my body. It's like it's part of my DNA. And now I have fixed the bayonet at the end of that. You know, if you're coming at me hand to hand and I've got my rifle with a bayonet, bro, you're dead in a second.
Every single war has come.
But if it comes hand to hand, which I don't understand how it would, because we even got knives, mate. I'll take my knife out. I've got a garrote. I'll try and get your back and fucking garrote you. But when it comes to hand in hand, we do a lot of Krav Maga. We do a lot of striking to the throat and the eyes. Because I just want to stop you, right? I need to stop you from doing what you're doing. And I know that you need the air intake. Every human needs that. If I collapse your airway, I don't have to worry about you, bro. What's your thoughts on chemtrails or cloud seeding? The HARP do know that genetically modifying seeds that can grow even with the large amounts of aluminium particles or microplastics in the soil, right? I haven't really thought about it. I know they can manipulate the weather, making cloud seed to make it rain and stuff like they fucked it over in Dubai. But I'm not too up to speed on the chemtrails, bro.
Korea and
I don't know.
China as well.
I don't know, man. I never really thought about it because I've heard people, oh, look at that, they're spraying chemtrails. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know, man. Maybe I should. Maybe I should bother it no more. I'm not too sure. I used to be hella paranoid about all that, but it messes with you. Oh, see, I'm lucky I don't have that problem. I don't think that, mate. You know what? We live in Australia, and my wife and kids sleep nice, sleep easy tonight, bro. That's all I worry about. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
It's hard.
Maybe it's me being naive. What do you think? 5G towers, etc. Well, I'm pretty up with communications. The 5G, that's all bullshit. That's all good, man. That's not. That's going to do nothing to anybody. 5G. Yeah, don't get wrapped up about that. Trust me, I've gone deep into exploiting all different types of communications, especially 4G and 5G. They're not dangerous to humans at all. And anyone that's pushing that is, I don't know, not really informed.
The EPA in America spread rumours about the fucking wind turbines, man, that's gone around the world. That it does something to horses' feet.
Mel's just saying to me that the wind turbines, you know, the new for green energy, that in America, that the vibration's doing something to the ground and it's fucking with all the animals over there. So,
Their EPA spread that.
EPA, what's the EPA?
The environmental.
Oh, their Environmental Protection Agency saying that the vibrations from the windmills are doing shit to the horses and the local animals.
Yeah, because if they can prove that it's doing it to over a certain amount, man, they get fucking billions.
Oh, okay, so if they can insert that this is doing damaging, they can sue for money. Cheers, bro. Yeah, I used to be pretty impressionable with all them conspiracies. Take them for what they are, you know. I never used to believe in, like, back in 2002, people were saying, you know, there's fucking there's islands, they're tracking kids to, and all these rich people go over there and fuck them on these islands. I was like, fuck off, bro. Because I'm with my mind. How could that ever happen? How could you even look at a kid sexually for starters, let alone traffic them for men to go? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then what happens? Epstein comes out, trafficking kids to islands so rich people can fuck them. I'm like, well, okay. You know, so, but yeah, I don't live in fear at all, mate. Don't live in fear, mate. You got nothing to fear here. And there's no fear. Fear is emotion you can control anyway. It's a learned emotion, and you can control your fear easily. The hardest part is though, you have to expose yourself to your fear continuously, get comfortable, understand it, and then you can use it to your benefit. It just takes time, like anything.
I'm just scared of the dark.
Hey, Mel's really scared of the dark. I'll tell you that story why one day. I won't tell it now though. Can't live in fear, yeah. Fuck, I don't live in fear, brother. I'd rather just get money, a nice woman, and a fulfilling lifestyle, bro. Do whatever makes the heart content and what you feel is right. You know, as long as you're providing for yourself and your loved ones around you, and you're putting your best life forward, and you're a good dude, good girl. That's all I reckon. Don't you think that's about it? That's all we need to do, right? We just want to make some money. Hopefully get to a point where we don't have to work for the rest of our lives. Be surrounded by people that love us and that we love them, and we enjoy their company. Enjoy the beautiful weather down under. Be an Australian, you know, and maybe today I'm not going to think about the chemtrails and the fucking Epstein Islands and all that, and I'm just going to think about the people I love and how fucking good it is today. You know?
Yep, fuck the world.
Fuck the world, mate. You know, don't let all that shit. There's nothing because you're worrying about that. What can you physically do to change that? See, that's why war made life simple for me. I'm not going to worry about that because there's nothing I can do. I can sit here and go, oh, fuck myself, and I can't change that. So fuck it. What can I change? What can I change, and what can I control in my environment that affects my life? That's what you got to worry about first. And then when that's comfortable, maybe sit back and go, hey, are they trying to kill us with the fucking cloud seeding or whatever? But that's just my take, man. And who the fuck am I? I'm just a 40-year-old dude trying to work out life just like you guys. Going to war's made a lot of decisions simple for me, bro. When I used to get back, I used to get angry at people when I'd be sitting there and listen to them like they didn't have enough money to buy their piss, or they got $50 short on their power bill, and they're getting all shitty, and I'd be see, I've just seen a guy over there see his 3-year-old son get shot. I'll grab him and hold their rocket in his son's blood for 3 fucking days, and you're worried about fucking paying your $50. This is the mentality that I had when you first come back, man. And it's hard to decompress from that and then go, how can I take it out on that person? He has no idea. And in this world in Australia, not getting your power bill paid is a fucking big deal. Otherwise, the power gets cut off. I forgot about that. And I've got to compare the two, you know what I mean? But it's hard transitioning, man. Sorry, am I just talking shit? Is anyone even listening to me? Yeah, that's good saying, bro. Okay, I'm back. I probably just missed my most motivational speech I've ever done.
Is he the one with the medical marijuana?
No, that's Bigo. He keeps going on. Cloudscape's only just popped in. Whatever path that will be. Jonathan Gillis, go with the flow. You're doing good. That's it, mate. I reckon as long as you're not hurting somebody to get a leg up, I can't stand that. That's why the criminal stories and that. I mean, like, after the fact, that they tell them to make people better. But when you're doing that crime, you're fucking disgusting to me, mate. Why the fuck are you going to run in someone's house and do whatever you're going to do to take their shit to better your life by shitting on them, by hurting them? It fucking rolls my skin, bro, Like, come in my fucking house, cunt. Come and take my shit. Fucking love to see you try. Ugh. I just can't stand it. I'm not trying to be righteous or anything. I've done bad shit. I've fucked up on the piss. I've fucking bashed people. I've got in a car drunk. By no means am I fucking anywhere near even close to good. But what I'm saying is, people that make a living out of fucking hurting other people get rich, and then they build some sort of fucking credit like they're hard and crazy and mad because of what they've done, is weak. That's weak men to me. That's weak men.
Sentinel Island, one way.
Weak men. But, just who the fuck am I though? It's just my opinion, and I'm just listening. If you don't agree with it, that's fine, because we might disagree on that. Like I always say, there'll be 10 other things that we do agree on. So let's focus on the ones that we do. I'm just having a cheeky chill. Yeah, fucking A. I packed one over here. I'm going to try and have one here, bro. I've been going, might calm me down a little bit. Hang on a second. Oh, I can see Jordan's mentioned CERN, the God particle. I don't like it when CERN does with the LH smashing particles together, almost to the speed of light, which is creating microscopic black holes and antimatter, etc., underground, just for the sake of physics.
Has he got any idea how many there are?
I'm hearing you, Jordan. I'm in two boats with that. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's fucking crazy too. And that's how they found is it the Higgs-Boson particle, otherwise known as the God particle. If they didn't find this particle, it's in everything. That's why they call it the God particle. Without it, nothing would exist. I find that fascinating. But I see what you're talking about with, they're just throwing methane and petrol into the fire, aren't they? I don't really know.
Yeah, but you've got to realize what they're doing, what the effects is only going to be an implosion, not an explosion.
That's right.
Always going to go.
Mel's saying, like, the scientists have already sort of, because I suppose with the laws of the universe, like pi, that's the law, like the speed of light is the constant, no matter where you are in the interval. There's nothing faster than the speed of light, right? When we do our calculations in communications and everything, it's times the speed of light. So that's a law. So if you have these laws and you work within the laws, and you can sort of predict a little bit. I don't know. I'm with you though, Jordan, but I like what Elon Musk's doing. I like the fact he gets up in the morning because he wants to he's thinking so far ahead of us. Like, I want to make my country that safe. This guy wants the human race to go on forever. So he's saying, I need to get half of the human race onto Mars. So if there's an earthquake or a meteorite on Earth, half of our population, and then we need to get to Saturn, Titan, and then we need to get through the Milky Way. And I'm with him. I want us human beings, our people, earthlings of our solar system, to dominate the Milky Way. That's what I want for us. I think that's a great vision. Otherwise, what is it? Otherwise, we're extinct in 5 billion years. If we do nothing, the sun's going to swell, boil the oceans, and we're dead. All of this, every single person you've ever known, loved, thought about, looked up to, looked down to, history, God's Jesus, everyone has lived on this planet. All for what? Nothing, for the sun to swell and just take us out, and that all that history. And I like that Elon wants to get out of here, so that when that happens, we can say that's our solar system burning, but look how far we've come. That's where my people were. This is where we are. I like the fact, but that's me fantasizing, I suppose, brother. Yeah, I learnt that when COVID hit. I have one big question, bro. Does Army Reserve Infantry require vaccination for COVID to deploy overseas? I don't know where the standard is on that, buddy.
I would say
But
that.
Army are massive on fucking inoculation vaccines, bro. Before I go to a war zone, you go into the doctor's office, and there's like 5 or 6 nurses like facing each other, and you walk down and you go bang, bang, jab. And you go through the nurses and you just get jab, 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 jab all the way down your arms. And the next day we'd have to start till midday because you can't move your arms, bro. You've just had 14 inoculations. So the army does that because, and then when you get over there, you're on doxycycline too in case you get malaria, so you can keep malaria in your fucking kidneys, and then you get this other drug to piss the malaria out. There's all this crazy shit.
Yeah, and Saddam got you an anthrax shot.
And then I was like, in 2003, I fucking one of the first guys to trial anthrax vaccinations, had to sign a thing saying that if this fucks you up in the future, we'll look after you medically. And I just took it, yeah, fucking shove anthrax in it. Well, we haven't done this before, but we think Saddam's got weapons of mass destruction, and you might come under an anthrax invasion. I'm like, well, fucking send it in.
I'm gonna tell him you fucked it, turned you into a pussy.
Mel said, yeah, I think that's what turned him into a pussy. I asked the recruit. You asked the recruiter, but he didn't know. He's lying. He's lying. He knows you don't want him here to say yes. So he goes, I'm not too sure. How about you just start filling out the paperwork? The recruiter, he knows exactly what the requirements are. He knows, trust me. He just doesn't want to say yes to you, probably. Shook his hand and was jabbed in. And it was, sorry, what did I miss? Big Live Legends 421 agreed. Shook his hand and he was jabbed. I never took it. What are you talking about? I'm listening. Skip regardless of whatever choice you hold. I don't give a fuck, mate. Vaccinated, mate, bro. The putrid smells and things I've had, mate. I don't give a fuck about any vaccine. I've been vaccinated by the army. I've had that many vaccinations. My vaccinating thing, bro. For a while there, I just couldn't get sick. I could dive into a sewer, mate, and come out fucking smelling clean, bro. But I don't know. I never really thought about the vaccinations. I got the COVID one because in Gympie here, they wouldn't let us do anything without fucking doing it. So I went and got it just so I could do some shit. But as soon as they said stop, I stopped. But I don't know, man. It's all comes under that conspiracy. I don't know. What do you think, bro? Throw a few seeds, grow a few weeds, and the world won't look so crappy. Giddy up, I like that. Smoking that marijuana, Australiana. Higgs boson, that's it. Higgs boson particle.
Did anybody see today that Google's made the first quantum computer?
I'm just saying today, Google announced they're building the first proper quantum computer. That's scary.
They have built it.
I mean, if you haven't guys understand quantum physics, by no means do I even pretend to, but I understand that crazy stuff happens. Like there's a calculation in quantum physics that says that if you drop a wine glass, it will hit the ground and break. But quantum physics says there is a thing. What's that?
That's the quantum computer.
Oh shit, Mel. So this is the quantum computer they're building. I don't know if that's upside down or not. But quantum physics says that there's an equation that could happen in the universe that glass could reform itself and jump back up into your hand. That's quantum physics, man. It's crazy shit. Higgs boson, that's it, Jordan. Higgs boson. So I sort of know. I know enough to be dangerous. I reckon there will be a Mars disaster when they do that. Do you reckon? I reckon there'll be a few, but you know what I mean? The people that always, what do you call the people that go first? What do we call them? The pioneers. The pioneers always take hits, mate. The pioneers that went into the west of America took hits. The pioneers of Australia, the Burke and Wills, decided to see what's over that next hill, or in Australia, what's past that big flat ground till I see more flat ground. But without those people, they're pioneers, you know what I mean? And pioneers, they totally know that, you know, they might die on this mission because of what they're doing. They're doing shit that no one's ever done, hence the word pioneer. So I love the fact that we do that as humans. I love the fact that I've got to climb that mountain to see what's over the other fucking side of that hill. Oh, there's an ocean, I need to fucking sail across it to see what's on the other side. I love that. I love that about us. I reckon there will be a Mars. Yeah, I reckon there'll be a disaster too. But you know what? What can you do? You can't go, oh shit, we killed everyone up there. It's like, right, what did we do wrong? Let's learn, let's go again. Unless I may be underestimating his plan for the station on Mars. Dude, he said he's going to do that shit by 2025. I mean, I watched an interview with him yesterday, and it was straight after he did that last fourth, and the Starship landed in the Indian Ocean. He's like, he's sort of like, I don't know, you know, maybe in the 30s. He knows it's going to take a lot. Because he's got to send drones there, and they're going to fucking 3D print everything before humans even get there, bro.
And by the way,
yeah,
he said
that's a good
that
backup.
fucking 10 or 11-year-old kid that said he came from Mars is full of shit, and he says it's physically impossible.
Yeah. Thomas Tommy Gun. I like that name. Do you think Australia should have the right to bear arms? Yes. Bloody oath. Don't you think that should be everyone's right? Until you demonstrate to me that you're irresponsible with guns, and you can't. But everyone should be given a gun. You've got to be given a right. Here's a gun to defend your piece of dirt. Anyone that comes onto it, that wants to take your shit without asking, and anyone that wants to have hurt or have bad intentions for your family, you should have the right to go pow.
I want grizzly bear arms.
I mean, if you don't like guns, then you have the right not to have a gun. I mean, but I'm always going to say that, mate. You know what I mean? I carried two weapon systems my whole fucking life. I carried an assault rifle, and I had a fucking Browning 9mm high power on my hip, mate, in my secondary. So yes, I definitely say guns save lives. Well, no, guns don't. The humans that have those guns save lives. Because guns can't kill anybody by themselves, as you know that. I'll take the other jabs, but I'm really keen for the Pfizer. I think that's the one I got, eh? Wasn't it the Pfizer one we got?
Yeah, we've got Moderna.
Moderna, that's it. Moderna, we got Moderna. Didn't do anything to me. Didn't do anything to us. We didn't give a fuck.
Turned you into a
I think it's more affecting people that were like a bit older or younger. I don't know. I'm not up to date on the vaccine shit. The COVID shot, I get the other diseases. I risk. Oh, mate. Well, they don't have sewage systems, right, in Afghan, right? So when we come over and make a base, we have to dig these farms, okay? We call them sewage pits, and it's a lake of shit. It's a 6-foot wall. Well, imagine a pit that's as big as a soccer oval with 6-foot walls, and we have pipes from any of the toilets that we've built, just flushing raw sewage straight into that, right? And when that fills up, we go down and we dig another one and we build that up. So can you imagine what a football field, a 5 foot of human shit and tampons and everything that gets flushed down the toilet smells like, man? Bro, it's ungodly.
young people's wet dream.
They say to us when we go over there and we're doing the medics, they say that after a 9-month deployment in Afghanistan, you've swallowed and ingested a Mars bar size amount of actual shit. And when the wind blows the wrong way, and oh my goodness, it's like you're constantly, your nose is on the most filthiest fucker who's got diarrhea, and your nose is this far from their ass while they're farting all day. That's what you never get used to it. And I don't like people that whinge, right? Like, you know, when it's hot and people go, oh fuck, it's hot. Oh fuck this. I fucking can't stand that shit, right? We all know it's hot. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? You doing that doesn't make it any better. We know it's hot, but that's just army life, right? You know, you can't go, oh fuck, it stinks. I know you can't. Shut the fuck up. I have to smell it. I don't want to have to walk around listening to you telling me how bad it is. I suppose that's just me over time, you know, just like, it's just easy for me to go, yep, you know what I mean? Like, I don't make Might have changed in 24. Just not sure if it's really central injection. Oh, I wouldn't take no, not yet. It's like a cold now, especially after all the bullshit about America and that not taking jab for it. But that's just me, bro. I tend to take shit. It's vigilance and steroids regarding medical. Yeah, fair enough, man. But just take it for what it is. You know, there's a lot of scaremongering as well. My eardrum got ruptured, bro. Do you think I could operate a firearm with the noise level and potential rupture? Yeah, for sure. Dude, I've had used ears blown, mate.
You dead? You right?
Mate, they reckon by the time Mel and the kids hate me, mate, I'm fucking deaf. That's probably why I'm a lot louder too. Mate, I did like a fucking 6 week live fire shoot with 81mm mortars, bro. Naked. I was laying down and we got fired, yeah, for far, fired, yeah, for far. It's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm naked in my sleeping bag. And I get up, mate, and I run up to the mortar line, which is 30 metres away, and we just start dropping bombs down a fucking tube, bro. And what have I forgotten, besides my undies and everything else? But when you're a mortarman, it's fucking get those bombs down range, right? I had no hearing protection. When that first 81mm mortar went off, I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear. And I did that for 6 weeks. And then I went on firing ranges, firing styres and section attacks with no hearing protection. And now my hearing, I lose 5% every 2 years or something like that. I reckon by the time I'm 55, I'm meant to go and pick up hearing aids that are built for me, but I just haven't gone and done it. But yeah, you can work around that, mate. We even walk around people that are colourblind now. It used to be a thing, but now it's not. 8 years ago, yeah, no, that would have healed pretty good. And you can like you do have hearing protection, and now with technology with Blue Force Tracker and that, you have like a headset with a throat mic, so you don't have to yell. And that headset is noise cancelling. So as you're firing, you know, as louder the noise, the more it cancels out. So yeah, it's better time now. In the 90s, they took my Pop 303. You should have just took the pin out and told them to fuck off.
I was there for the final hearing test. It was meant to go for like 20 minutes. In the first 2 minutes, she went, he's fucked.
Yeah, Mel was at the hearing test, and they said, when you hear a noise, push this thing, and I'm sitting there, and they've been going like for 5 minutes. I'm like, have you started yet? And they're like, oh, mate, your wheeze are fucked. It would smell like my ex, bro. Damn, Jordan, unlucky. Yeah, no one likes whinger. It's not whinging, I spoke. It's just, you're whinging about the obvious, you know, like, by all means, you know, like, if you're going up a mountain and it's hard and you're like, fuck, man, you know, we all look at each other and we're like, fuck, this is hard, you know, it's hard, and someone goes, oh, you know, my leg. But it's just like, you know, when it's fucking super hot and it's lunchtime, and they just keep going, fuck, it's hot, I'm fucking sick of this fucking heat, fucking. That's when I'm shut the fuck up.
You can tolerate it when you get home, because that's all I do. As soon as he gets home, fuck you stink, fuck it's work.
Yeah, that's right. Mel, as soon as I get home, Mel's like, you fucking sting. You know, like I have 3 showers before I come home from bush, mate. And you can see I walk into Woolies or something and grab milk on the way home, and everyone's just, because the dirt is so ingrained. I'm scrubbing in the shower, bro, but you just have dirt and fucking shit in your, it's crazy, man. It takes like a week to de-scrub, and you just smell like shit. You smell like wet, damp, shitty bush. Plus, throw in fucking ass stink and all the rest of it that us humans seem to conjure up. Hearing inch tough, bro, for real. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't give a fuck. But I've got to give more of a fuck, you know. I mean, even 2 years made me not give a fuck about a lot of things too. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, that's nothing. But I should do it because I see Melon and kids and they get fucking angry at me because I keep saying, what, huh, what? And they're like, fuck! So I know I've got to do something. True, yeah. Couldn't imagine conditions though. Oh, mate, and the noise of war. No one tells you about the fog of war and the noise of war. When you get in that, it just doesn't stop. Brrr, go, 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 go. Fucking night every day, bro. Apache gun shit. It's fucking loud. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't fucking stop. It's cold. His cold ear laugh out loud. Took me a while to get over it. Oh, it's fucking freezing. No. Now, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I don't like whinging or that, but it's just, it's stating the obvious continuously when we're all sort of in that hurting, and you just don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? No, it's fucking hot. Shut the fuck. You know what I mean? With all due respect. The sound of bullets clapping and the sound barrier over your head is fucking scary, bro. Crack thump. Nah, it's not really scary. You know what I mean? Because it's not a fear, bro. If you're hearing crack thump, it's good, mate. Because you know what's going on. You know, when you're a professional soldier, you understand that that's not dangerous. It's missing me. But are they missing me deliberately to keep me here? To stop me from moving there? Is that why they're doing it? They don't want me to move there, so I need to know why they're missing me. Or is it because my cover's so good and counter my counter move to their first move is good? So, yeah, no, crack thumps, it's good to get down the range and have bullets fly around over your head, you know, in a nice, safe environment first, so you can just get used to that. And the crack. Because it's, with heavier machine gun rounds too, it's a different sound as well. And then artillery rounds, like when the artillery's coming over, you guys wouldn't even know the first time artillery came over your head because it sounds exactly like this, right? That's what it sounds like. And rockets sound like and then they just get louder and louder and louder as they come at you. It's like, and it's almost like this thing in the air is screaming at you, and it just, because it's coming from 6Ks away, right? And you're seeing it, well, you don't really see it, but you can hear it. Then all of a sudden it just goes, whoop, like the last K, as it's coming and getting louder, just dumps out of the sky and detonates. It's fucking insane, man. And I was on the other end of being rocketed, 107mm rockets. I got heaps of 107mm rockets, bro. I heard those fucking things coming, and you could sit there, we'd listen, and you could hear, like, fucking, let's run right foot. I think it's going to run left foot, man, but you just don't know, because with those things too, when they hit, they excavate. So when they hit the dirt, all that dirt's coming at you at the same speed as shrapnel, man. It's fucked up. Yeah. But yeah.
They can see the eating shit daily. And there they are.
What's that? What's that, babe?
I said, because they can smell a pussy that eats shit daily.
Yeah.
Eating your own friend's shit, man. You know, Rachel's got a period again.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah, I do. I'm not even going to tell that story about Celia. I think I'd offend too many people.
I think it is.
Fuck, man. Yeah, well, that's just a part of war, bro. The worst part about being rocketed, mate, is you cop it sweet. You can't do nothing about it. There's no one I can take the fight to. There's no one I can fucking get angry with. It's just fucking falling out of the sky and he's copping it sweet and you're like, fuck. It's more of disappointment, like, you know? I want to at least have a crack. This shit, firing me at night time with rockets and you're pinning me here, like, it's fucking like, you fucking cowards. Sorry if I'm asking too much shit. No, I'd tell you, bro. I'd say, oh, you know, I'm pretty straightforward, but I'm polite about it, you know. No, it's all good, man. I'm open to this. I want to put myself out there. I'm going to expect these questions.
Yeah, give it to him.
And in fact, I like Woodsy and Jack and Jordan and Matt and yourself are asking good questions, mate. Like that people probably never think of, and I take for granted as a soldier. That's just common. Like for me, it's just common dog fuck. But for you guys, it's like, oh, well, like how many rounds do you step off with when you step out to go on a patrol? How many bullets does each person have? To me, that's just tabulated data for me. But for you guys, I could see like, yeah, what the fuck do they step off with?
Tell him something fun, like, you went from...
Mel's
five
tell me to tell you something fun. She just reminded me of a story. What is it, bub?
You went from 5 sluts in a...
Well, we use acronyms to remember things in the, like when you're learning how to see things in the field. I think you probably would have heard me talk about it before. We call it 5 sluts in a mile, 5 S's and an M. And you master those 6 things and you can pretty much dominate the bush, right? So it's shape, surface, shadow, silhouette, shine, and movement. Those 6 things will bring you unstuck against a professional. And then for different type of cables that we might have to do, right, there's a coloured code, and we used to call it Bob's, Out, Growl, and Black Sheilers. Blue, orange, green, brown, slate. And that was the colour code. That's what we came up with. It wasn't my idea. Fucking love the streams though, bro. Keep 'em running. Go on mad, lad. Go on mad, lad. Bah! Nah, it's good. Mate, I got 22 years. 22 years in this fucking nut, mate. From all different levels, from being, from learning as a young fella, as 18, 19, mate, showing my mettle, trying to prove myself to the lads, to the point where I went, hang on a second, I was approaching this wrong. I don't have to show them, like, oh, look at me go. I've just got to be there and be present and have their back when they need me. It's more about, don't be, oh, I fucking got you, high fives. Let's fucking do this section attack and do it properly. Let's do this reorganisation and do it properly. Let's do this 6-week bush X to our utmost. Let's be as professional as we possibly can be. You know what I mean? And we're still training, so there's still room for mistakes. I mean, that's where you want to make your mistakes, right? Is why we train and we go, fuck. That's why we train. We need to fix that, and then we'll work on that until we're happy, and we just keep going until we go, oh, fuck. There's another vulnerability. Yeah, sick. Haha, nice one. 100 helmet. Yeah, so. Yeah, well, fuck, guys. I think we go live, bro. I think I might call it quits because I'll probably go live again tomorrow night and try and do it at 7:30. Get more people on that want to come and ask questions and find shit out. So. I'm gonna have a yeah, bro. I mean, I'm too worried to do it on camera because sometimes it gets me and I cough for 5 minutes like I'm dry, I'm fucking snot and eyeballs, and I don't want that to happen on a live. That's all. But in the morning with the 420 crowd, I feel right. I feel okay, and I forget that you can fucking hit the mic thing too, eh, bro? See you tomorrow morning at the Hooks. Yeah, bro. You can. I just thought that. I just looked as I said that. I saw the microphone. Oh yeah, I could just mute that. Okay, I think there's still 6 in the house. I really appreciate you guys for sitting and listening to me dribble my shit. It helps me. I hope you get something out of it. Grow together, roll together. Bong on. Yep. Happy with that. All right, my fellow citizens. I'll have to love yous and leave yous, and I appreciate the chat. It was really good for me. It's fucking 2 in the morning. I'm all worked up now, so now I need an hour to fucking calm down. Oh, Kath, you were still in the background. Oh, man. Night, Catherine.
Hey, mate.
Mel just yelled out to see you, mate. Mate, it was honoured to hear that 13. Yeah, no worries, bro. No worries, mate. Yeah. I'll tell as much as I can remember and do. Yeah. I've got nothing to hold back. Absolute boss running the show for the... I'm not running no show for the nation, man. I'm just telling you what I've learned over 47 years of my trials and tribulations, mate. And a lot of it was under strict routine, discipline, repetitiveness to make yourself better. That was my life as a soldier. It's repetitive. But how do you get good at something? If you're going to practice wheelies on your push bike, what do? You do wheelies, right? You just keep doing them until you do them. Same deal with anything. Too humble, brother. No, I'm not too humble, bro. Trust me. No, I'm just like you guys. I'm no different. I just want to try and maybe emboss that the togetherness through the flag, through patriotism, through who we are, not necessarily what we've done. Because look at us, we've all done different things. You're at a different stage in your life. I am. Everybody is, but we're all sort of like we're all very the same, right? I love that. I love Australia. And on that note, guys, I love you all. Thanks for being in. I appreciate you. I'll go live tomorrow. If I see you around in the lives, fucking say g'day. And I might do a video or two. Actually, I might pop up a video. My sister wants me to do them. She's like, I'm hanging you through to do another video. Because in my family, I haven't heard this shit.
I haven't heard some of it,
Huh?
I haven't heard a lot, but...
No, my mum and sister haven't heard fucking nothing, bro. I haven't talked to anyone about it. Oh, Christopher Alcott, love hearing and watching your videos. New subscriber, Pato's videos are good too. I found you through you and his collab. Oh, really? Oh, sweet. That's awesome. I'm so happy for that, mate. Christopher, that's a good name too, bro. That's my name, Christopher. Only when my mum's yelling it though. Oh. No, that's cool, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you listening. I'm glad you're liking it, mate. I've only scratched the surface. Yeah. I'm just got to keep remembering because when I'm talking to my young fella, I'm like, Josh, what do you reckon I should talk about tonight? And he'd be like, tell him that time you stole the Kadusha's cup. And I'm like, I totally fucking forgot I did that. That's right, I took on like 10 guns that night. Got my ass handed to me, but like, you know, I fucking give it to him. But I expected it though. When I told it, they said, when you grab that thing and steal it, you're going to have 50 dudes coming for you, bro. I just knew I had, once I got into the dark, I knew I had the benefit. I had the upper hand. Good night, mate. Yeah, good night, brother. Yep. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you all there. I appreciate you coming in. It's been mad. Until tomorrow. Love you all, eh? Gotta go. Bye.
Bye.